morning! Welcome everybody to the AEL University Elite Series. Matzi and Emperor ZK coming to you live for another night of CS2. And how you feeling about that, my man?
Oh, I'm feeling great about it, Matty. It is going to be another lovely night. The 1 week worth of break has really just, holding a few things out, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get heated up very, very soon.
That's right, we're going to be into it soon, but sooner we're going to be talking about our sponsors. First and foremost, a big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world! AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. But there is one more. Who could it be, Emp?
It is Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
Shout out to our wonderful sponsors, as always, bringing out the goods. And definitely encourage you all to check them out. But we've got to check something else out before we get to check out more. It's our standings. Blessing our score lines here. First place, UTS, followed closely by Monash and UCID. Only difference is round differentials there, so definitely close competition at the top. Following suit with that, UNSW, fourth place, 2 for 2 at the moment. And close behind, 5, 6, and 7, 1 and 8, as a matter of fact. 1 and 3 for Swinburne, UOM, Adelaide University, and RMIT. So it's very hot contest towards the bottom of the leaderboard here. And, some results at this stage of the competition really could sway the direction of things. And it could really make things work out in terms of stealing a top 4 slot. But speaking of how to get there, we have games tonight. And we're going to check them out right now. What's on the fight card?
At 7 p.m., you have UTS against Monash, followed by 8 p.m. RMIT versus Swinburne, 9 p.m. UOM versus UCID, and the closer at 10, UNSW against Adelaide University. A lot of these teams are going to be competing, and I got to say, those bottom 4 teams right now, the biggest thing that sets them apart is one of them can pick up a win against the other, or they can have an upset. They are going to be able to run into for contention, especially looking at the 10 p.m. session. If UNSW drop a game against Adelaide right now, it would look very devastating.
Very, very dangerous, isn't it? Definitely a big clash ahead of us here. You're going to see how it all goes down once our players aren't ready to rumble. But, before we get ready to rumble, obviously we're going to stumble in. Prepare ourselves for the first game of the evening. As we saw before, we see it again. It's UTS and Monash. Will UTS be able to continue their reign and take a lot of victory here, or maybe shut down? Let's find out who's representing them here tonight.
On the side of UTS, you have Coffee, KFC, Kaze, IMVK, and the Elite. And on the side of Monash, you have Justin, RNY, Zach Joe, 5+1, and Leo 117. Players that we've seen coming week after week. I believe for Monash, Leo 117, it's another member that we haven't seen just yet, but looking forward to see how they perform tonight.
Yeah, no pressure. No pressure at all, but we'll see. Will they rise? Will they fall? Will they be able to take form here? That's going to be the big question. And let's take a look at exactly which maps we're looking at. Ooh, I like what I'm seeing. No, I don't. It's Nuke, banned out, Anubis banned, Train banned, Duster banned, Inferno banned, and Mirage banned. So, what is blessing our screens this evening? None other than Ancient. We're back again. Oh, yeah, we're back. We're back. Oh, my gosh. Not Ancient. Come on, guy. No, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a good way to start the broadcast off. We get it out of the way to begin with, and then we don't have to see it every day. Right? Right?
Maybe. I don't know. Could be. Let's hope. But yes, it looks like we are going to be starting with Ancient. I think this is just the golden standard now. It doesn't matter which day we're going to be in. There's always going to be a day that Ancient is going to be. So, it's always good to get this one started as we prepare ourselves for the knife. I am looking forward to how this one goes because obviously starting to line up. Like, extremely well. Very impressive. We're able to just take point after point. But yeah, currently it looks like it's going to be UTS taking that early side pick. So let's see what's going to be the pick of the beginning.
Yeah, we'll see where they end up, eh? See what they seek to play into here. Now, just going to wait things out. There we go. We've got UTS on CT, Monash on T to kick off here. So you're going to see which team's going to be able to pull ahead with the pistol round and everything thereafter as well as they start to prepare themselves. Stock standard approach on both sides, really. With Justin picking up a little extra on the utility there, has the smoke and the Molotov, so they can definitely go for a site setup off that one. It looks like they're already going to just play things nice and slowly towards the A side here. Just creeping up through halls. Do have 3 players they need to consider playing closely as well, though. I like the stack up from the CTs. You know, they've got a lot of scope over the site. If one piece falls, they have others to back them up.
Extremely. Oh, wow. Kaze recognizing taking Zach Joe out immediately. And he has backup. The lead is gone from 5+1. But this is still a collapse onto the A side. They are going to block off Kaze. But it's not going to be just enough yet. Coffee is going to get the another right there. The trigger discipline is right there. Taps the 2 hit. Denies. There's the 3. KFC early to the scene. Denies everything else. And that's just going to be 5+1. 1-on-3 situation. Trying to do it all as 1 minute is going to be ticking. I don't know how much of a choice that he has to be playing, but at least he has a few more, I guess, breathing room. But he's going to get spotted as well as KFC. He's going to try to nail him down, but he's going to end up falling.
Yeah, 5+1 pulls into it well, but will be shut out by IMVK there. So, round 1 going to be taken by UTS on their CT side. A solid start. We'll see if they are going to be able to carry that through into another round or 2 or more. Heading into it. Monash, troublesome thing is they didn't really get the bomb into hot contention there. They had to take it pretty slow and were just shut out before they could really get rolling. So curious to see if they can find a bit more success. They are just stuck down to a full eco in this one pretty much. Other than 5+1 who bought an upgraded pistol, everyone else not committing much. It's just sheer willpower. And given the opening onto this site, it might actually work out. Like, they've managed to commit. The bomb hasn't gone down. I thought they were close to it. Unfortunately, not close enough. So they will just be wiped out. And that's going to be that. 2 rounds less in the scoreboard for UTS there. And now Monash have a real chance to engage. They got that full buy. It's time to get rolling.
Yeah, there wasn't too much on the side of Monash. Probably the worst start that one could possibly hope for. Usually you'll want to do maximum damage or make it super close or something. All options was shut out. And so now this is the buy the commit. AKs all leading the way. Now, dangerous moment for Monash. They must convert as much as they can. Lee's going to take a little bit of fire damage. Problem. But in the meantime, UTS has read this completely well. Look at the positions. They're just waiting for them to swing the trap. And so, as they've already converted, that middle is going to be smoked out. Denying this, 5+1 gets taken out. There's going to be more from KFC. He picked up a double. Now, denies Leo from the entry as well. So, Leo has to play. KFC gets taken out, but Kaze backing him up. Now, this is a very unfortunate situation for Monash, as they have no choice but to fight out. Justin picks up BK. He could pick up the bomb once again, but because UTS has so much information and map control, they can just take this nicely, but maybe not now as Justin Leo locks one down. Now just up to Kaze. 1-on-2. He gets one, spots the second. There's going to be enough damage. Kaze back up, waits for Leo. Engaging this one, but Justin going his way, but no, Kaze denies it. And that's UTS picking up the win.
Yeah, picking up the win there. I thought Monash might have been able to spin it in their favor, but they do get held off once again. So real confident stuff coming out from UTS here. You can see they're switched on. They mean business. And we'll see. They are going to be looking to bring in a few more pieces here. A few more rounds in their disposal, you know. got a grocery bag. They're filling it up with rounds right now. Monash, they're having a hard time resisting.
Oh my god, with Coffee and Kaze's combo right now, they've really solidified their position. This is going to take one, take two. Does have a gun now. He's trying to find maybe a little bit of a difference. There's no bomb to get around. He's picking up scavenging for anything that he can get and trying to make it work. But fortunately, hang on a second. Wait. That is a 4K out of nowhere. And Justin, 29 health, does have a little bit of a dream. 70 seconds left. He has the ability to walk forward and maybe just get a one-on-one duel here that's going to be a different playing style. I mean, UTS was expecting the complete wipe, was waiting for the victory, but yeah, Justin has just dropped them all. Oh, but there's going to be the 4K in response from Coffee. Did nice, Monash. But hey, there was a good moment for Monash.
Yeah, it just feels like they're just falling short in a lot of instances there. And, you know, they're managing to really get on the edge of glory, but then UTS just always seem to find an out, and it's really unlucky. I hope that Monash can hold themselves together the best they can here, you know, to really bring up their best game. See, they aren't going to be able to recover heading into this next round now. They got an AWP on Justin there, a few AKs as well, and shots already coming out towards mid. But it's favoring the CTs this time. A good trade from Kaze does net them the man advantage. The rest of the T's now looking to slow things down just outside of the ramp there. Looking to re-engage Zach Joe as well, ready to start the show. But Leo is the one to get popping off already. Spots one, taken down by IMVK, looking for more. Coffee chimes in, and it's up to Zach Joe, 1 versus 4 here. On their way up, they spotted them, and they will be dropped out promptly. Coffee is just tearing it up right now. We'll see what more they're going to be able to do here, Amp, because, again, you know, it just is unlucky at Monash. They're just falling short.
Yeah, I actually have to feel sorry. They've had a lot of very close rounds where they were able to do a lot of surprising things, but it's just Kaze and Coffee. They've been taking some really solid plays. KFC as well to this one. They're scoping it out, playing well with map control. I think more than anything, UTS is testing exactly what Monash likes to throw in Ancient. And it's not like they're doing anything wrong. It's just that a slower start is definitely there. Coffee gets taken out by Justin. Thinks it's a good little bit of an opening. Justin slowly walking forward. They do identify more on Kaze. But yeah, this is going to be a very interesting one as we are looking at a little bit of a trade. Monash still favored to take everything up 5+1. Yep, let's get the complete control right here. Now all they have to do is just sit.
We'll see what is going to go down here. All T's are going to be engaged. Kaze, good swing. KFC jumps in as well. Deleted. And Justin chimes back with another. Kaze left to try and hold it down. Now not much time, and Justin delivers. It's going to be an absolute ripper of a round from Justin there. They will be able to single-handedly take that round on their back and say, Monash is back, baby. They take their round, and we'll see what else is going to go down now as we jump in to round number 7. It's time to get serious. Time to jump into the fold. CTs hold strong towards mid now. Are going to be shut out, and we'll see how this one is gonna find through there. Now's the time, man. Now's the time. Oh, they're taking it nice and easy. Holding temple there, Kaze. Thinking of things through here. Bomb goes down, so the CT's stalling it out for a patient approach now. Littler numbers, but they do have big confidence. Speaking of confidence, though, the T's have found theirs, shutting them out almost entirely. IMVK, last player standing. Oh, saw the shadow. This is good timing. You can get an AK out of that, but they need to hightail it out of there and quick. Otherwise, the T's are going to be coming hunting here. Going to be looking to find that gun back. But we'll see what comes out of this one. It looks like they're trying to really cut off all angles here. Or IMVK probably going to hear someone around some corners if they get a little too close. See, they're prodding in, jumping into it. Oh, they get one, but 5+1 steals it back. So they will get kills there for UTS, but won't be able to carry that AK into the next one. So unfortunate. At least they do some economic damage to their enemies. So that's going to be a net positive there. But see what is going to happen into round number 8 now. UTS will be holding on. You have a few pistols to play with now. Taking it easy. We'll see. Find something. Kaze, big confidence down in the holes there. Gets some shots through on a Justin, almost, but not quite yet. Their teammates got scope. There's going to be over through towards that A site there. Bomb already coming down. UTS around the corner. So, see if they are going to be able to garner some damage through. Coffee's out of here. Good shots. Pressing fire. Working and igniting their desires. And IMVK. Big ding through the smoke there. Really going to hinder them from going anywhere closer to the site, but at least they can hold from a distance for that exit. There we go. Tried for it onto RRMY there, but unfortunately weren't able to deliver anything. So it's going to be a nice touch coming through from Monash. You know, they lost 5 rounds there, but now Monash have brought it back. They've got 3 in a row. We'll see if they are going to be able to flow something further together as well. I'm certain that they've got a lot to play for here. A lot to contend with. But fire down mid there. Leo, big confidence, just dive straight into the fire like they don't feel any pain. But speaking of pain, Justin goes absolutely insane there and wipes out all of the mid-sided defense. I thought maybe UTS might have been able to get on top of that one, but Monash certainly come and deliver. Big confidence, and it's now even bigger. Coffee is out of here. 5+1 getting a major pick there, leaving it down to IMVK again. My gosh, they just keep getting put into these uncomfortable situations. You know, last player standing. They're forced to really consider their options. Speaking of options, though, we jump into a kill there. Zach Joe's down. A good exit. IMVK not going to be looking to go for anything more, though. Although they might meet a nasty surprise. Oh, brought a knife to a gunfight. And that is going to be another one on the board for Monash. So, solid stuff coming through there. 5-4, we'll see if they're going to be able to get out the door and get a few more things on board in this one. As we jump into round 10 now. Getting closer and closer towards the halfway point here. So, let's see how this Hall's push goes. Kaze, whoa, looking amazing. 3 players down to the 5-7. Hello, Kaze. Where have you been? You're here right now, bringing your teammates into a 4v2. This actually might be an achievable round. They find another kill, 3v1. They get it done. This is it. They've brought it back, and they will be able to get in the defusal. My gosh.
Well, what a moment right there. All of a sudden, we're at 6-4. 10 rounds. Absolutely beautiful. What can I say? This is just the way it is. We start with a banger. We start with explosions, and then I don't know where we had some fight back, and now it looks like UTS is taking firm control with this 2-round deficit from Monash. They're not, hey, look, even though they had a rough start, it looks like they're still picking themselves back up. Now they have to do and deal with this KFC that's on the corner with an AWP, trying to just hold a little bit more info, bind the control in the mid. I still think it's one of those moments where you have to clear on the map. If you don't clear it, you just get punished completely. Kaza meanwhile is gonna do a little bit of a scouting mission, just trying to find anything for the rest. But Monash looking to take that mid, utilizing that smoke, trying to get a little bit more. KFC is gonna take one out. 5+1 is completely gone. Now they realize that the AWP is still providing value. They're gonna have to just either give up this point or start investing a lot more into it. I'm not sure if they like that choice.
I don't think they like that choice at all. So we'll see how they invest their resources now. Creeping up towards the B site. Got Leo on through spawn now as well, trying to reconvene with your team, setting up on ramp, setting up through towards cave as well. Ready to jump in. RRNY, good spot there. Not going to be able to dive deeper. Good trades on site from IMVK. Now down to the 2v2 here. CT's pull through for one more. Leo shot down, slotted out, and Coffee elevates their senses to take 11. So 7-4 now. Great stuff. Round 12 coming at you. We'll see if Monash can make it 7-5 or whether it's going to be 8-4 for UTS.
Oh, this is one of those moments. Monash, not really best in terms when it comes down to having this final picks, but I tell you what, they're still having a chance and opportunity. RNY with a Mac, trying to find a little bit more aggression. But the aggression, where is it? UTS is going very hungry for that info, immediately recognizing that they have an upper hand in the economy. And they say, you know what? Let's be a little bit more. Let's have a look. Smoke off all the ace and see if there's going to be any reaction. And since there's no reaction coming from A, they know most of it's coming from B. 5+1 is gone. There is going to be the play. The trap is already set. RNY is gone. And it's just going to be Justin. And that's just it. It is going to be 8-4 and UTS wins the half.
They sure do. 8-4, good score coming through there. Definitely playing well so far. And we'll see they can manage to keep it up heading into the next half as well. I saw a lot more balance come through from Monash towards the later stages of that half there. You know, they had a rough beginning, losing 5 rounds in a row, but they did manage to bring themselves back to confidence there, finding a lot of rounds in success. And you're going to see if they can manage to, I guess, continue that momentum we saw towards the end of the half there and carry that through into the second one as well. Obviously, as always, the pistol round, they're going to be critical. And we'll see if they are going to be able to take that one into advantage or whether we do see UTS just bless the timeline once again and head towards double digits. Definitely a lot to take into consideration there, but I think both teams have their merits. Both teams have their powers to try and place into advantage there. We'll see which one's going to be able to find the good vantage point and take full control.
Yeah, it's a kind of rough one in the beginning where you're down so many in a row, and then all of a sudden, you know, you get a little bit of steam, and then just to fall again. I think in the mind of Monash right now, they're gonna have to quickly gather the pistol really early, and then you know to win it out and roll like 2-3. Definitely convert a bonus round if they can, especially since that was down to them. They didn't expect that round number 1. They weren't able to do as much as they could, especially since most of the time you would expect the heavy investment from T will be able to at least secure a plant, but because of that trigger discipline, that completely stuffed them up in the beginning. And so, as we go back into this, Monash definitely is looking for that kind of option. Maybe they will be able to, have that kind of a vengeance back onto them as well, and just see what else is going to be happening. And UTS looks like they are going to be playing a very spread kind of approach, trying to make that difference coming in and lure Monash into I guess into the A side, but oh my god, it is happening. They've all been lured. Look at the positioning of all the Monash players. They've all been taken back. As B is now going to be on the plan. VK is gone, but they've already got the primary objective, and that is just to get the plan by some time. Even if they lose all the players now, it doesn't matter. It means that they can at least still buy some guns.
Yeah, at least there's that, to take into consideration, right? Even if they do lose the round there, they've at least got plenty of gas in the tank in order to go for a force fire into this round if they want. And more often than not, you do see teams play into that, but they haven't opted in yet. They're still just waiting. waiting to see where their collaborative efforts go. Whether there's any blockers in place there. We'll see. Oh, there you go. The blockers have now been taken down. They are now going to be getting into uncharted territory, into the buy zone. They're already taking a ton of damage here, but they're dishing some out as well. Good trades coming out, but the T's take favor.
Yeah, right there, 2 for 1. They will take it. VK is quite low himself, but it doesn't matter, right? Because he can always just throw himself away. Kaze can still pick up a gun. And at the same time, this gives them a lot of more information to see exactly where they want to go in. Monash now has no choice but to just spread themselves out a little bit more thinner, waiting for a response. And this is exactly where UTS can be playing to their favor. So if they all go for like a 3-1 collapse or 3-1 cut off the mid, it could be devastating for Monash to try to play into this. As the boost is going to work out, KFC identifies no one's checking the site. Monash trying to make a rough guess, and this is going to work against them. So A side is now gone. The plan is going to be there. And then to make it even more annoying, VK is looking onto the side, waiting for a response, cutting off mid with a Mac. He doesn't care, right? He says, I can throw away my life for nothing. And if I can stop you guys, and just give a general direction to give that to the rest of my team, you guys are going to have a rough time. And so he's in a very net positive position as Zach Joe looking around mid, doesn't spot anything, but they know this round is going to be a rough one.
Yeah, able to achieve positive outcomes there, and we'll see. They are going to be able to find them into this one as well, as all CTs, all hands on deck here. Just looking to stick it out. Will allow UTS to stay afloat. Take a round back here, but great from Monash saving those weapons through. They can make really consolidated effort. Find a round back into this next one upcoming. We'll see. Their chance to strike will be shining through. Finding a glow in the air there. Ready to stare down battle. But the T's trying their best to stay unfazed, stay unrattled as well. We jump into round 15 now. Time to get ready. All gonna go down.
All right, and this is a double-digit moment. UTS in a prime position to be taking a lot of things away from Monash. Now, Monash is going to try the same. They are going to be looking for that info. Early on, Justin was taking a little bit of a peek, trying to see if there's going to be at least 1 or 2 players, but he spots nothing. Smoke is going to be cutting them off, but very aggressive UTS is going into mid. They're going to try to take control. There is also a delete working through Donut, clearing out everything else. And this is the moment. Zach Joel, one moment to find something right now. He's going to find it. It's a nice pincer, but it's 2 for 1. That's not going to be enough. Aaron White's also going to try to go and confront Coffee onto the side. Does get taken out, but the side is still going to be completely blocked off for them. And now Monash knows exactly what's going on. They know there's going to be a ton of more things that they're going to have to be working with, but UTS is not planting. They want the fights. I'm not sure if that's what you wanted, but they're going to go for it anyway. Now they know where everyone is. Leo is going to have to put this one up. He does have an opportunity because players are softened up, but he has to win this first duel. Kaze taking a ton of damage. Leo is still untouched right now. There is going to be the nade, softening him up. And he's going to try to maybe jump through. He says no to the nade. He just wants to play into this one. He's going to get taken now, and that's going to be UTS playing very dangerously close to that round.
Yeah, definitely keeping it dangerously close there. And eager to see if they dare chart even deeper into this one. UTS only need 3 more rounds in order to bless the timeline and take a W here. Monash certainly have a much grander journey ahead of them if they want to redeem themselves and take the map here. We'll see who is going to be able to take point here, who will be able to anoint themselves champion of this game as jump straight into it already. Looking to take a bit of mid-control UTS. No one facing them head-on yet. However, 5+1 has met their demise. So good pressure from UTS. Whittling down their forces slowly but steadily.
A further trade for Delete and Justin. And there's going to be R and Y gone. Now it's up to Zach Joe trying to find at least a kill or maybe just a gun off the lead or something. But it's going to be number 1. He takes it. It's a nice headshot. Recovers an AK, and that's pretty much it. I don't think he can fight any of this 1-on-3, so he is going to be running. Wants to keep it at the minimum. And it's a rough one right now. We've seen Monash tick all the boxes, do all the right things. It's just that things are not favoring them. They've been completely taken down round after round without too much of a response. Despite the best efforts of 5+1 and Justin, this is looking like a very determined UTS trying to consolidate their first place. And Zach Joe gets a nice headshot once again in a 1-on-2. They know where he is. And they want to take the AK away from him. They're saying our wallet is fat. We just want to play. Zach Joe says, please leave me alone. So he's going to be able to take that AK at least.
At least they can take that out of the mix there. You know, it's at least going to be able to find something through there. But looks like a tactical timeout will come through for Monash now. So, going to see they can manage here. Monash holding on at the moment. Take it nice and slow. Trying to ponder on what they can do at this stage. And UTS as well. Considering their options, definitely going to be a lot to consider, but eventually that time must come to an end. Muchly like an hourglass, we are slowly but surely getting closer to this round. The grains of sand now disperse, and we burst into round 17 here. Monash, got a few weapons available. Util looking good as well. Prepared to try and defend here. Tease though, they're pushing straight down mid there. Lots of damage, lots of util coming out. It works out wonderfully for Monash.
Yeah, those 2 early kills are really good, but 5+1 was soft already. He's going to be taking out Leo rather low as well. Got to be careful here as KFC taking a nice position. Taps Justin in the head. And now this is the site. It's gone. Monash, as they were taking a very aggressive stance in the beginning, they are going to be paying dearly for this right now as they are trying to battle themselves in. Leo's going to get taken down. There's going to be a little bit more damage to R and Y as they are looking to deny this plant. The bomb's going to be tossed into the air. VK takes up R and Y now, and he is going to go for the open plant. There's going to be the smoke cover. Once again, we're looking at Zach Joe trying to be the one to hold out 1-on-3. His position also given away. Like, this is not a nice place to be. As he is trying to find something, trying to find a kill, there is going to be the eventual takedown. Kaze finding the final one. This is really quick. UTS, they are number 1 for a reason, and they are really proving it. Putting Monash down with 7 rounds to go. We'll see if they're able to completely lock it down, or will Monash have some resistance left?
Yeah, I think that their tenacity is certainly going to be tested here. You know, whether they are going to be able to keep themselves composed and hold on, it's certainly going to be something to consider. But Leo, good push down mid there, does find Kaze. Good catch through the smoke, and Monash finding a few more bits and pieces. They will only come out of it up by 1. Not being unscathed could be a problem for them. But UTS now taking it very, very slow and cautious. They've got players outside of the site there. They've also got a player outside of it. Waiting to see what could be laying in wait for them. Speaking of what could be laying in wait, one player already down. Another one to follow in a second, but no, I am VK. Does it get traded? So, 1 versus 3 here for KFC. And we'll see if they are going to be able to crash into this one. All they pass the connector there will be able to shut down Leo. Good start. Rushing it over towards A instead now. They've got Zach Joe to worry about. Pushing up short there. Has been spotted and will be able to get the angle. So, Monash, open it up and take 6.
Yeah, there's the value AK from Zach Joe. He's been saving it for a while, and there's the resistance I was talking about. You don't get to take us down with that much of a round lead, and so here's the next conundrum. There's still guns, there's still fat wallets on UTS. They're able to convert round after round, and so it means that this one, you're gonna have to check it once again before you get some more rounds back in where they're back on eco. And on top, it depends on the outcomes here. This mid, oh my god, there's so many players. There's gonna be a top player, it's gonna be traded, but they do know they can trap him down. And so it's still going to be 4-2. Leo Justin gets taken out. There is going to be the jumping from RNY. Gets denied. Looking for the headshot. Going to get denied as well. Trading blows. Someone's going down eventually. There's going to be the jumping shot by RNY. Did his duty. Now up to 5+1 and a 1v2. Now this is the situation. If 5+1 pulls this off, he is Gucci. Buy some more time for Monash. They can absolutely keep on competing, but the odds are stacked against him. He can hear it. He knows it. UTS spots him. It's going to be number 1. The taps here. KawZe wants the one-on-one with 5+1. Both mollies being thrown. Here we go. Jumps out. And it's going to be reloading time. KawZe does hit around. Gets taken at 5+1. Buys more time for Monash. And that was so close.
So close yet so far. What a mess we've made here, but we have managed to pull ahead again. Monash are going to be able to take themselves one step closer now. Definitely eager to see they can manage to do it all over again. One slip up is all it's going to take here, so UTS got a bit of round flexibility. They can afford to lose a round or two to build back up their economy, but even still, if they keep losing like that, it can be problematic. They're problematic, though. They're not worried about it at all. They've managed to stray their way straight through onto that B site. Not a care in the world. They will be taking down at least one player, but no one else is going to be following. So, another round done and dusted there. Only 4 rounds between them now, Amp. It's getting a lot closer.
Gotta thank 5+1 Zach Joe for pulling through, really trying to carry everything onto the backs. And so, this is the one. Will they be able to take UTS down and deny guns? Right? This is the primary thing. Oh, there's gonna be the flash, there's gonna be the jump. KFC gets taken down. Leo, quite low himself, is trying to buy a little bit more for his team, and Zach Joe finds delete. Now, they're gonna be winning these fights, and they're going to be saving their own players. Yes, they're a little bit low, but that is still a lot more, as there's going to be the trade VK for Leo. And UTS says, don't worry, we're still going. Justin gets taken down for nothing. Now up to the final members of Monash crashing back into the site. They know exactly what the plan is. They know exactly what they have to be dealing with. Going to be throwing all the utilities, and they are going to be barreling through, but that's 1 for 2. 1-on-1. Coffee against RNY. Oh, nice dink right there. Waiting for the finish. There's going to be the molly. Trying to isolate the duel here. There we go. There's the tap. What a moment. What a moment. Coffee guessing. Being baited around. There is going to be the defuse coming through. There's another tap. And that's going to be RNY also winning it out. It's kind of crazy how we're still at it. But you know what? Monash, they are still holding.
Still holding on for dear life here. Still putting in the big punches. Still trying their best to take us to OT on Series 1 of the evening here. You can tell how badly they want to play for this one. How hungry they are to take a victory. And we'll see what they are going to be able to do into this next one as well. Round number 22. Time to get rolling. Taking a bit of control over through towards the other side of the map this time. It's the A side. Jump straight through. Good trades coming out. Do find a little opening, but they aren't able to get in for free just yet. Still, players remain. KawZe, good to find one. Traded out. But it will all go down. So, 2 rounds between them now. Monash, do it again.
There we go. I did say, don't underestimate it when it comes down to the tenacity of Monash, and they have really proven those words. So, from 12-5, it is now 12-10. There was 7 to work with, and now there's only 2 more to work with. UTS's little advantage is starting to melt away. Now they still do have the guns. They are a little bit more conservative when it comes down to the utilities. And you can see Monash just recognizing exactly what they need to do. Turn on their aggression. Don't worry about anything else. Go for those trades, and it all works out. And UTS being punished, rightfully so. There is going to be the win for Coffee, at least. Justin is gone 5+1, taking a ton of damage as well. RNY might be in a prime position, waiting for the gun, and there's gonna be the pop. You know what? It's not looking too bad so far.
Not looking too bad so far at all. Both teams even Stevens on this one. That can change very quickly though. RNY peaks at the right time or the wrong time. It's all gonna change now. Leo, as a matter of fact. But Leo holds back. Push back to Donut there. Waiting for someone to pop through. There they go, given away by the sound there. Looking to see if they can push them out. Fire doesn't work too good. They have to go for a trade. Now opens the path up to the site. Oh my word, Kaze pops off there. And it's all down to RRNY. One player left to do it all. Are they going to be able to manage it? Pushing up short, trying to sport an effort. They find Kaze. It's all up to Delete now. They've got an 8 in hand. RNY trying to flush them out, but it doesn't matter. UTS get it done in the end. 13-10. They make it theirs.
Whew, that could have been could have been something else, I gotta say. The recovery was very decent from Monash, and they were definitely starting to threaten UTS and saying, hey man, maybe we can go to OT, but no. Eventually they did fall. There was just one too many defenses, and the UTS says, you know what, that's enough. And so yeah, congratulations to UTS.
Yeah, big congratulations to them. Definitely eager to see more as the season progresses. But while we get things set up for the rest of the evening, we are just going to head to a short break. Don't go anywhere. Hello, welcome back once again to AEL University Elite Series. Matzy and Emperor ZK coming alive here with some CS2 action. But speaking of action, let's hear all about it. We have none other than KFC.
Hello, hello. What is good?
Oh, what is good? You guys, mate. You guys are good. Big congrats on the big win there. And
Thank you.
definitely eager to see more heading into the rest of the weeks here. But I suppose coming into that match, you guys played super duper well. I liked how you guys were able to string those 5 rounds together, but it did get a little closer towards the end. Are you able to talk me through, like, what do you think maybe slipped a little bit towards the end there?
Yeah, we had a bit of a fumble towards the end that led to us losing big string of rounds, but there were 2 ecos in there, so they don't really count. And yeah, but the game was always in control, even when we were losing those few rounds.
Fair enough. Talking about control, I want to get a little bit of insight. There was one moment, I think it was around round 15, where you guys on T already, obviously locked down the site, and you forego the position to plant, and you guys decided to just go and clean up the kills instead. Was that just saying, "Oh, let's go for Gonti now instead"? That we're pretty good.
Oh yeah, I remember we were just trying to like get rid of their guns, We were like, oh, let's clear this before we plant, but then we ended up just killing them all, so it didn't really matter.
Nah, absolutely right. Hills pay the bills, eh? Definitely good to see from you guys. And I guess heading towards the later weeks and or the finals for that matter, are you feeling confident that you guys will be able to stay consistent leading towards the finals?
Yeah. We got what, 2 matches left now in like the season. So yeah, going into playoffs will be very confident, especially best of 3, Can lose a map and it's alright. Got the next one.
Fair enough. And it's you guys are like on the top right now, right? Tell me, how do you guys feel like when it comes down to playing together now? Is it all together, all pretty much free, and you guys are all like feeling really just gelled as a team?
Yeah, it's gelling more and more the more we play, Like we just call the strat and then, it just works. I don't really know how to explain it. But yeah, we've been here before. Last time I played, I think we were top of the leaderboard as well. So yeah, looking to get first place this season.
Definitely looking good at the moment. We'll see if you are going to be able to get there heading into the future weeks. But KFC, big congratulations to you and the squad once again. You guys killed it tonight, and keen to see what's going to happen in the future.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Yes.
Happy days there, Amp. As always, definitely good to get some insights from our players. But speaking of players, let's take a look at our next set of players into RMIT and Swinburne. Match 2 of the evening, and this one is going to burn into our minds. It's going to be a fun one. And who are they going to be represented by?
Oh, on the RMIT side, you have Lime, ICO, Astron, Phenom, and Bean. On the side of Swinburne, you have Maybe, Berserk, Boom Boom's Expert, Sangrius, Blossom, and Hoof Hoof Hoof. Now, we have seen all of these players play really, really well, but they've been denied week after week. And so it'll be quite interesting to see because both are on the bottom of the ladder trying to contest into the higher ranking, I guess, but they both need to do so much more work in order to recover.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of work that needs to be put in, I suppose, from all the rosters there, isn't it? Because, they've definitely had some rough times, especially when you think to RMIT. They've had a rough season so far, but I think that there is, still chances for them to try and claw their way back. Like, it is a hard sell, but I think there's still some possibilities for them. But we'll see how things play out heading into the matchup this evening and perhaps there beyond as well, as still many steps to be taken here. Definitely excited to see if they are going to be able to take them beat Amp. But definitely curious about, I suppose, what else is going to be on the horizon for this map. Whether you're going to be blessed with something a little better, a better landscape, perhaps, Imp.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're always hoping for a landscape away from the lush and the mush. But more than anything, like I think last week we were gifted with Nuke we were gifted with train, and we were pleasantly surprised with all different kind of things, and that was really fun. Obviously going to the playoffs, we're going to be seeing a lot more. But interestingly enough, there is going to be the oh wait a second, we were just you didn't see that, but yeah, as we were just getting ourselves in. But yeah, no, hopefully we might see something new this week as well. And banning away Dust 2, Inferno, Nuke, Anubis, Trang, and Menage. So we are going back into the Lush and Mush, baby! Woo!
Oh, here we go again. We're back. Oh my gosh. Ancient. How I wish you were phased out of the map pool. But we are still going to be playing it here tonight. It's going to be a fun one, regardless. I'm sure that we have plenty of fun on the horizon there. Definitely saw a pretty back and forth endeavor, I'd say, out of that last series there. So, need to see how these teams play it out instead. Obviously, each teams have a different identity, as to how they play these maps. So, I think we could see some potential fiery gameplay come out from a team like RMIT. I know that they like to go guns blazing, a lot of engagement there. So curious to see how they maneuver this one and if they are able to find success. Because obviously they have had their struggles. Both teams in that sense have had their struggles, but there's a good chance to prove themselves, to show that they've still got it. They mean business.
Well, this is exactly what they want. Swinburne has been contesting quite well over the last few weeks, and throughout the seasons that they've been competing in the main series as well. And so I do have high hopes for Swinburne really trying to pull themselves up in terms of the skills and in terms of the team synergy. A lot of the times you can see some of these universities have newer teams comes through, newer blood, and they just come through with the esports side, and they really start to grow together. And so Swinburne competing in the Elite Series is actually a really good thing. It's fantastic to see the new upcoming superstar players come through the Elite Series. And of course, when we talk to RMIT, we've already known that week after week they got shut down, and then there were some close ones, but in the end, they didn't really get to capitalize on exactly their past glory as it was. But at the same time, it also gives a little bit more of a reshuffle with the power ranking, and obviously too, RMIT is going to build into the future. Obviously, the new players have to live up to the old legacy. If they're able to re-rise back in, yes, there's going to be a little bit of a gap here and there, but there's always a lot more to improve upon.
Couldn't agree with you more there, Amp. There's always going to be something to try and improve on. There's always going to be something to really show and prove yourself that you can perform in this league. Yeah, so definitely eager to see what the players are able to bring heading into this one here. I think that, they've got a lot to consider on a map like Ancient. And they've got a lot of strategies, I'm sure, that they're going to be bringing out of the woodwork there. But probably going to see a bit of default action in it as well. But regardless, I think it's going to be a fun one indeed. I'm sure that both sets of teams are well focused and ready to propose a battle plan.
Battle plans is exactly what we want to hear, especially on Ancient, if you know what I mean. Because, callouts has to be quick. Obviously, if you're starting on the CT side, playing that response on Ancient can be very long and hard, especially if you guess incorrectly. If you cut off on the map, is hard to retrieve, but same can be said on the T side. You can get aggressive and get shut down, and then your play just completely explodes on your face. But the biggest thing right now, it's all about that team synergy and exactly what they bring to the table. We saw on the first match where UTS just completely said, all right, we're going to start this one nice and fast and build up a commendable lead that even if we do make further mistakes, it's going to be, pretty good for us because we don't have to deal with as much pressure as you guys. And so we'll see, how RMIT and Swinburne plays into this one. And obviously, RMIT is a fast kind of guns, blazing all the glory on the battlefield kind of a team. And so it could be very interesting to see them go back into it. But I have seen them obviously play with a different style as well. But obviously, we know Mr. Lime, if things goes his way, is Negev everywhere, and he's going to be going to it. And he uses that gun better than any other gun in this game. And I'm pretty sure at this stage, he's face at 10 on the old account just with Negev. Like, that's just putting it out there.
Hey, can't fault it. If it works, don't fix it, right? Definitely great to see. But obviously, the Negev has different times. You know, it's got good use case in some instances, and in others, not so much like the Zeus. You know, there's moments for it, but obviously, I think we're going to see it at least once tonight. I think it's definitely going to be great to have that on the horizon there, and eager to see how things go down. We do get in the things here. I'm sure the players are feeling pumped up, ready for action, ready to really start their clash.
Yep. And as we go into it, looks like we are going to go in. This looks to be the ninth round, and of course, when we go to the Swinburne team, one player that stands out the most is probably going to be Sengris, who has been carrying quite hard when it comes down to the duels. You know, he's been carrying quite well throughout, and there is going to be the standoff. All-time players just looking to go Swinburne. Is trying to trade this one now 2v2, but it's going to be 1v2, and that's going to be RMIT onto the side selection. And I guess it will just be them staying on the CT side at this stage. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the call. Swinburne going to be tested in this early round. I'm looking forward to see exactly what they want to do. Obviously, if you're here for the Swinburne team, putting massive cheers for them, because they are going to be looking to swing it against a club with lots of legacies, and they're going to try to prove themselves into this beginning round.
Yeah, building up their own legacy here too, aren't they? And let's see how this initial round goes down as we push on. B side ready for battle now. Gonna hold back a Phenom. Around the corner, Blossom. Ooh, good dink there. Not able to sink at Phenom, but they do catch them eventually. Blossom really elevating this play here. Lime does trade back though. Looking for more around the corner. Shot out. Not shot down. Still trying for it. Blossom tapping away. Does catch another. Looking for more. They're locked in, but Lime locks them out. 2v3 now. Bin pressed up closer as well, pushing up the lanes here, trying to drag them out, trying to get them in the open. They do find one, but now it's a 1v2 for Bin. Getting the damage out, trying to pincer into it. Oof, oof, oof. Gets it done. And it will be Swinburne activating on the first.
Gotta give credit to Blossom, who's being able to just hold that entry really early. He says, you know what? Let me open this one up. And he did. Working off that one flash, he did amazing work. Obviously, tapping down a lot of the RMIT side. And on top, this is the beginning that they all want. And of course, the beginning Mr. Lime wants as well. The Negev already brought out, ready for that action. He's going to be the solo one holding this 5-man stack going into A. I'm looking forward to see it. Like, this could be disastrous. Like, we'll see what happens here. He's got the guns. He's been flashing smoke. He's spraying. He gets the one, but Bean gets another one, and that's already going to be pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic start, isn't it? They will keep the rewards here. Bomb goes down now. Ben tries to fight back. Is shut out, however. Berserk and Hoof 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 doing a great job, but Phenom. Dink from downtown gets shut out again. Oh, a dink from ICO. This is looking possible here. Oh, picks up the Mac for the Mac attack, ain't it? It will be a second round lockdown for Swinburne. RMIT close, but not close enough there. And another round awaits around the corner here. Is this going to be the chance RMIT needs, or will Swinburne do it all over again?
I gotta say, that one Negev really worked out for them. Softened up a lot of targets, especially against a stacking team. And so, he's going to be rebought one more time. And this is going to be the bonus from Swinburne. You're going to get a lot of this coming out, but Swinburne will definitely take it. As they are going to slowly approach this, they are going to try to bait a little bit of response from RMIT. Knowing that the guns are here, but the thing is, they're a little bit surprised that they haven't been met with too much resistance just yet. And that's going to be RMIT just giving that raw respect. And you can appreciate the fact that RMIT is going to hold back just a tiny little bit, as Phenom is going to be spotting Hoof 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 just off now. And that gives a little bit more info for RMIT to hold this point for now. But Swinburne might have other plans as they drop Phenom.
Dropped him down. Big more right up. ICO, great hold in Donut there, catching 2, evening up the player count now, but that's just as quickly sent packing by both sides there. And even again, everyone getting a slice of the pie here, everyone getting into the attack. But they have to stack up, try and prepare themselves, as there is going to be another onslaught on its way through momentarily here. CTs don't know where it's going to be yet, but I think they can get a good idea as this time starts to trickle. T's are ready. They got a bit of util to cut off Donut here. The CTs still wary of where this could go, but I think they are going to be spotted now. Here we go. Astron getting ready for their teammate to regroup.
All right, the retake. Slowly trickling in here. It looks like they're going to be going from spawn. Light meanwhile gets completely spotted over there. I'm pretty sure there was a little bit of sound cue, so Hoof was prepared. And now Astron trying to make the same play right now. Not just the flash, not just the early little bit of bullets flying at him. Another flash going to push him away, buying a ton of time. And he's going to walk through. He has no time. He doesn't have a kit. So he says, you know what? Let me try anyway. Deny the guns, but no. Swinburne converts the bonus. They're able to keep 2 of their AKs, I believe. And I think this is going to be the round where RMIT is going to have to really consider their position. One, either you throw everything away and just try to go for a fast push and try to trade as much damage as you can and end the round without even a plant. Or 2, sit tight and watch what Swinburne can do and maybe make a counterattack. But yeah, options are very limited.
Very, very limited, and we'll see if they aren't going to be able to tap into more options now. Jump into round 4. Swinburne taking it slow into their default at the moment. Good presence outside of both sites. Mid scoped out as well. But no one holding too closely for RMIT right now. So it does give Swinburne a lot of space to play for map control here. They can go a bit deeper into cave, you know, really try and jiggle into the peak there. Phenom ready for it now. Flash comes out. Ooh, and they deliver. Like a sitting duck there. Sangria is shut out.
Yeah, that was a crazy response right there. That scale from being really paying dividends right now. Phenom, meanwhile, is going to jiggle out. And he's going to be missing that shot against Hoof. Who's going to look to just deny this. But there is going to be the complete trade. Astron picking up an AK. Trying to get this one. Meanwhile, just going to be keeping a little bit of close. Blossom comes out, sprays him down. And now, it's a 3v2. There's an AK. At least a little bit of an opportunity to deny. Meanwhile, Astron, if he does get the trade with ICO, it could be worth it. But at the same time, you know, bullets are going to be a little bit more sweeter on the side of Swinburne. As even if they do get shot out here, it's still going to be a rough one because there's no kit. Timer is going to be running out. And RMIT says, okay, not going to be too much to be playing around with. Whatever kills that we do get now, it's an extra bonus. If we can save the guns, that'll be even better. Astro meanwhile might be able to pick off one, or might just get picked off instead. He does get denied. ICO does have his own, so they will take it.
They will certainly take it all the way to the bank there. And timeout comes through from them as well now, so eager to see what will become of that. Could be a good chance for RMIT to strike back, but in the same token, could be a good chance for Swinburne to reflect and try and find a way to keep themselves elevated here. AWP coming out for RMIT most notably. Going to really be a big impact maker for them, I reckon. But we'll see if it can find the right line to whether it gets shut down just as quickly here. Certainly going to be a big test for ICO in this one. We'll see if they are going to be able to pass or fail. As we get into round 5 now, full kit to utility across most players here, excepting Bin. They are now ready to go into the 5th round.
All right, here we go. RMIT, not too much of a response right now, looking for some major payback. AWP in ICO's hands has to make a little bit more commitment. Meanwhile, Astro seeing a ton, knows that there's going to be players coming in. He's going to be the first one to be swinging out, and he gets 2 massive headshots. Beautiful shutdown. and this also means that they give a lot more breathing room on the side of RMIT to respond. This is pretty much free for him. Working on that info could have been worse. Boom booms on the side. If he does get a eventual pick, ICO is going to take out maybe Berserk first, but he's going to be traded as well. Now, two possibilities is they can completely deny this, take the AWP away, or just make sure they never recover and try to go for something like a Hail Mary, but that's going to be shut down as well. After Sangrius in a 1v4, not much that he can do under this circumstance with a bomb drop, but hang on a second, he spots two players. It's behind them. He gets one, sprays the two. That's worth it. That's worth it in all of his books, and he will take whatever happens now as he's trying to spot a little bit more. Does find the line within the give him to the side. And it's a 1v1. Sangrius against Astron. Things can be looking a little bit more dangerous as he picks up the bomb. And there is going to be the sound cue. And Astron denies him, rightfully so. Oh, that was way too close.
Yeah, playing with the heartstrings there, weren't they, Emp? And definitely delivering in the end. My gosh, RMIT, they worked hard for it. Swinburne put in some yards as well. So RMIT now place themselves on the board here. Will they be able to draw the sword and do it all over again? That's going to be the test into this one. The economy of Swinburne at the moment is a bit all over the place. So it is a good chance for RMIT to get a few more rounds here. But we'll see if they are going to be able to do it. Being at a good angle there. Does fall off though. The T's can clear for free. They didn't catch that timing. Does allow the T's full presence into the site there. No one is watching them at all.
Oh, that's not how you want to go down. Sangrius was caught off on the reload, and so an AK goes back into the hands of RMIT. But at the same time, they have the side. They have B. He doesn't care. He doesn't have too much. Just waiting for a kill where he gets a nice headshot. He gets the second one, working off that distraction. He is low, but he doesn't mind. That's value already. Maybe Berserk swings out, working with a flash, gets a spray with a mag. That's a lot of damage down. Maybe Berserk doing tons of work with Blossoms now. And they're going to keep on just stacking the utilities. And that's going to be it. RMIT has no choice but to fall off and keep their two AKs. Meanwhile, Swinburne out of nowhere, in a round where they just sacrificed Sangrius and they come up really up with a win.
They do. They come up with a win, and they will be able to spin it positively there. So, solid way to get it done for Swinburne, and we'll see if they are going to be able to do it all over again now. We jump in to round 7. RMIT, they've got good weapons available and a util to boot. Ready. Try and slot themselves into a solid position here in to round 7. But are they going to be able to activate? It's going to be tested here by Swinburne. They take it nice and slow on the T approach this time, dishing out a little suppressing fire, but it doesn't matter. Their desire for blood at an all-time high right now as ICO is down. So a decent beginning from Swinburne. They've still got more to find as Ben does trade back from Donut there. Good to hold position and fall off on that one, not give away too much information. Don't get themselves exposed there. The T's are now trying to formulate a counterattack as they work up middle here.
At this stage, I'll still give it to Swinburne. They were able to pull off a ton of recovery rounds here and there and really made it hurt. RMIT being split off, this is going to be the current stock standard that they have to just be dealing with. 4v4, it's a rather tough one. Swinburne has the momentum. They have the ability to continuously push. Utility-wise, they are still okay, quite healthy enough to completely lock down the B side. Look at this position. Boom Booms with maybe Berserk is just waiting. They're just waiting to see if there's going to be anyone checking. They're going to bring Lime out. He's being smoked, and so that's going to at least buy him a little bit of cover. Venom comes out, takes down Sangrius. And you know what? There is going to be the plan. Oh my god, Boom Booms, that's not what you want to be doing. He's trying to get a little bit greedy through the utility throw, but that's not the angle. He's going to get locked down. Blossom also put down onto that tray. The utility working against them as Swinburne try to buy some more time for the bomb to go down. But Here we go. Hearing the tap. Wooms doesn't really up just yet. Trying to wallbang now, but he is just going to be taken down as well. So low. There's going to be the wallbang. The Negev working the value finally, but that is going to be the defusal.
Yeah, well, the defusal coming out there. So, solid stuff from RMIT. They managed to find another way in here. And they are going to be happy with that. It's been a hard-fought battle for them so far on this first half, but they can just keep it up, cover a few more rounds into the next ones. Certainly might be able to go for gold, but big focus now coming out from Swinburne here. You can see they're already pushed up to the holes there. Only have Astron really to worry about. That could be an issue as they now penetrate the side. Say goodnight to one. The T's now locked out of their own side. Have to take it slow. Try and wait out the utility here. See if they can get some damage with some of their own.
Very aggressive place right here. And Swinburne will take it. They've thrown pretty much all of the utilities just to lock this one down. RMIT had to respawn and had to wait. Now Phantom, he is gonna be jiggling through trying to get the peak, but Boom Booms is gonna put him down. Trading most of his life. ICO onto the side, trying to get this one. Maybe Berserk is gone, but ICO is also down. And that's just gonna be Bin trying to do it all. He does find Hoof. Now in a 1v2. They are all very low, but Sangria's finally rising up to the occasion. And that's a very strong round from Swinburne as they complete their set. And I gotta really admit, like, Swinburne, they have stepped up week after week, and this one is an absolute banger.
Absolute banger there, and gonna be able to mash up more rounds together here. Definitely eager to see if they can continue this kind of pacing on their T side, because getting all these rounds early on is only going to benefit them. But see what the next half looks like once we get there as well. Bin, decent starter for the CTs here. Need to try and find a few more kills just like that. Take it slow and steady here. Waiting for someone to pop out and say peekaboo. No one dares take a further step yet.
Oh, Nay does find Hoof as well. It's one of those rounds where RMIT does have the gun to compete, and they do have an expensive AWP on Astron. Now we'll see if there's going to be any more. Sangria's once again being caught out without his gun. Blossom goes for the trade, does find two, and so at least that's going to be a little bit more response. But is this going to be enough as Phantom looking maybe to be contesting here? The rest of Swinburne obviously don't want to be in this position, but they might just get caught out. Boom Booms, yeah, being caught out right here. Blossoms knows where he is, holding onto it. Gonna find him onto the return. Makes a mad dash into the end. Wants this one. There's the AWP on the side, but he says, you know what? That's another fight I'll take right after. And so you come to me. I don't have to come to you. It's a little bit of nade damage. Now knows where both players are. Astron also just waiting. Phantom. Nice little bit of flames, and he's gonna take it. And I think Blossom was more focused on how that Molly's gonna be bounding off the walls instead of shooting from. But RMIT locking down a third.
Yeah, they locked down the third there, hurting past it, and looking very solid. We'll see if they are going to be able to find a few more heading in towards these final rounds of the half as well, as attack timeout once again activated by Swinburne here. Need to take at least one more round in order to secure a victory in this half. If they lose all remaining rounds, however, then RMIT has a grand chance to just tie things all the way up. Definitely things to ponder on both sides of the scale here. Swinburne's economy obviously not going to be in the greatest position at the moment as well, so it really could be an opportunity and a half for RMIT here. You know, if they can manage to activate, really dig in here, they might just be able to take it to, I'd say, at least 4 to 5 rounds, but we'll see.
All right. Here comes a little bit of a value buy from Swinburne. Not really much to do in terms of utilities, but they are going to be trying to activate a rather fast one here, but it's going to be mollies and nades cutting off their current B push. Meanwhile, Boom Boom's looking for a little bit of a play onto Astron, who is going to throw some utilities. Now they do know where he is. Sengra is taking a little bit of a pot shot against Lime, which isn't going to be too bad. But the thing is, if they take any of the players here away, which is right now where it's just going to be the one player waiting. Phantom gets taken out. There is going to be the retreat. I see her gone as well. They are winning this trade. Astron being completely spotted, but Bing is gone. And up to Lime and Astron trying to find everything else. Holding the point nice and easy. Astron being pushed. And this is tough. But Lime onto the side. 1-on-4 is holding on, but there is nothing else that he can further do in this match. It's pretty much gone, as he does take another kill with him. Denies the gun. It's Swinburne finding the angles, finding the right picks. That's really working out for them. And Sangris don't want to be caught out in that kind of position again, my man. But they are going to be going home with the AWP, maybe? No, Sangris is going to go down with it.
Goes down with the ship. I can respect it. But it is going to be the half now locked down by Swinburne here. RMIT at this point now just going to have to play to get as many rounds back in their favor as they possibly can before this half ends. So then they have more of a fighting chance heading into the second one here. See what they can make of it though. They already rush their way out of spawn here, splitting towards mid there. Have one on side as well, but the T's, they're preparing outside the halls, going for an A-sided push instead here. See if they are going to be able to maneuver it up, as they're taking it very, very slowly and carefully.
We've got to be a little bit more careful right here, as they are looking to just completely get aggressive. They're all out here. Boom booms. Takes a little bit of shots here, but does get a nice angle. There's going to be 2 kills for the price of 1. There hasn't been any calls yet. I'm a little bit worried about this duel. And Astron drops Sangris. That's the bomb. There was no backups really until now, but this is a big price to be paying just to secure the bomb plant. Meanwhile, Venom decides not to shoot anything just yet, just holding because of the smoke. Now they know in this 2v2 it's going to be a game of cat and mouse, but at the moment, the smoke cover is working towards their favor. There's no one from Swim that really knows the real positioning for RMIT, so maybe they had just found the angle. As they are going to take a ton more damage into this one, there is going to be the diffusal coming through, and oh man, it is just done. The diffusal comes through from RMIT, and pros never fake.
Pros never fake, that's right, and they will be able to pull ahead, taking a round back here. 4 rounds now favoring RMIT. They're going to be happy with that. At least manage to take that further step, like I was saying before. We'll be able to close the gap there, but there's one more round here. Will Swinburne be able to steal it? Will RMIT do it all over again? Find their magic here. All going to be tested as they prepare themselves for battle towards a B now. Shots already coming out. Blossom, good spot there, trying to cut off the mid players with the molly. It does cut them off for a little bit. Nade going out as well. Boom Boom's expert already isolating the site. Good util coming through. Hoof, hoof, hoof. Gets one as well. So solid foundation being built up here for the T's, but the CTs just as quick have closed the gap. 3v2 now, however. RMIT, a lot of pressure on their shoulders. Boom Booms might do it again. Would have got the spot there on CT. Does fall back though. They want to play time here. They don't want to give them anything for free. Min knows where they are around the corner, going for the shots there already. Gets the dink through, but Swinburne sink it in the end. So half ends 4-8, favoring Swinburne.
Yeah, well, look at that. When we look for the side of Swinburne, hoof, 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 with 19, like he is just rocking tonight. He is absolutely putting on a show. Because there's not enough attention being placed on me, and I'm going to show my value, and he really has. More than anything, I think he's been the most successful player with a Mac. Like, he's just been using the Mac to value. Every time his team is a little bit poor, he goes, don't worry, my Mac will deliver a lot more. And with that, he has put on an absolute show right now. With 4-round lead, RMIT, with this little bit of a comeback, they need to completely get this one down. As Swinburne, they're a little bit late to the response. And so 4 players coming in. The Beretta comes through. Lime is going to take 1 kill for now. And there's going to be 2 more coming through. They have this side completely done. All they have to do is plant and do a little bit more, but just in good old fashion, there's going to be some duel coming through. Astron finally is going to be the one to plant it. But at the same time, this could just be a little bit more nasty.
Yeah, it's going to get nastier by the second. ICO, good for it. Nice shots around the back there. Locks it in for RMIT on their T side. Really solid way to bring the round back. And they're now going to be in the driver's seat on this second half. So the room for recovery is going to lessen by the second if they keep it up like that. We'll see what they are going to be bringing into round 14 now. Second round of the second half here. T's apart their way up, already launching an assault towards mid. The CTs are greeting them with open arms, already in that smoke, ready to say hello. No more games. No more games of cat and mouse here. They just want to face them head on. But the T's, they've already escaped. They're already in another castle.
All right. As a ton of utility damage being taken, it's going to be the first tap. They don't deny the plant. There is going to be the shutdown here by Lime. And that's pretty much it. Maybe Berserk's going to come through, dinks him down, but that's pretty much the most that they can hope for. If they were able to deny the plant, then maybe it could have went a different way, but in a very, very close proximity, I'm not sure going down in a single, even a double file is going to be working against a whole ton of guns and bullets flying at you. So Swinburne not able to completely deny everything else. They did do significant damage. Meanwhile, there is still going to be the response from RMIT, working out with the 2 rounds that they recovered. They have the AKs in hand. They have a lot more to be going with. Venom takes a little bit of damage, but it's not looking so bad just yet.
Yeah, not looking so bad just yet. It's not irredeemable. Still, chances to move forward here, and we'll see if either side is going to be able to do that. Lime got in mid there, tries to slow it down, but will be punished out. Boom Boom's expert, good on it. Maybe Berserk now have their chance to shine as well. The timing could be impressive, but no. Astron finds the angle first. Pros check their corners. They will garner some attention. ICO one in the same. 3v3 now, and the T's focus up to the side.
Alright, there's going to be a little bit more damage onto Blossom as he's trying to call his team. He gets taken out. It's a 2v2 with a plant right now gifted to RMIT. This is going to be just testing Swinburne. Yes, they had a very good attacking side, but the defense right now being picked apart, and so is not working towards their favor. And they have the guns. They have a kit, but the thing is, they don't have info. So they're going to be going in quite blind, trying a little bit of luck right now, as the smoke is going to be good. There's going to be the tap. Not much time left, so they can't really fake this one. As Bean gets taken out, Sangris has to just go and push. He can't do anything else. The time is running out. Has to be juking it out. But at this stage, Astron and Sangris are just going to have to sit in the corner. They both die. Everyone gets taken down, and it's still RMIT.
That's right, still kicking, still shooting, still getting the headshots in RMIT. 1 round between them now. They've certainly put in the hard yards, and it is paying dividends. We'll see. They are going to be able to continue on this avenue now. Swinburne, pretty much ecoed out there. They don't have much at their disposal. A bit of armor, one submachine gun there, but that's really all that's going to be at their disposal. So it's a tough time ahead for Swinburne. It does allow RMIT a bit of flexibility to even them, perhaps even exceed them, heading through towards the next one here. But we'll see how this one goes down. Lime, good start, opting in for 2, looking for more. The reload catches them off guard there, but Boom Boom's expert does go down eventually.
And there is gonna be the plant at this stage. Not too much to be doing. Swinburne at least picks up an AK. Blossoms, meanwhile, can be looking for the exit frags, sitting in a really nice corner. But yeah, I think Lime opening that one up really quick, almost getting punished as well. could have been rather disastrous, but you know, we know how Lime likes to play this one. Nice and close. ICO, meanwhile, everyone's going to go back. Now it's up to Blossoms. If he finds anything, that will be very interesting. Blossoms? Blossoms? He hears it. They spot him, and he gets nothing. That little bit of a sound cue, he was trying to play Ring Around the Roses, but he gets denied into it. And so they're just going to take that 1 AK. And now all of a sudden, from an 8 to 4, we are 8 apiece. RMIT has found their defenses, they have found their attacks, and they have found their recovery. The most important thing now is, will Swinburne be able to get anything? Because onto the Switch, they've lost 4 in a row. Pretty sure they've called 2 attacks. Might be time to calling another one very soon if this one doesn't work out.
I think they're certainly going to be considering their options here, aren't they? Whether they might need to call another one, or whether they might need to reformulate their strategy almost entirely here. As we jump in to round 17 now. Swinburne holding strong, not giving too much ground yet. RMIT just aggressive at the moment. And it does pay off. Boom Booms caught out in the holes there. Opening now gained through towards the A side here. We'll see if they are going to be able to get onto it. Spotted by Oof Oof Oof. They now have Lime to deal with.
Oh, nice aggression coming from Lime. That's fine. Who couldn't really stand up. Meanwhile, Sangris trying to hold the side, denied. The whole plant is buying some more time for the rest of Swinburne team to come through. Lime, meanwhile, don't really mind about this one, as there's going to be a ton of damage onto Astron. And that's going to be a miss right now. So Sangris has to reposition one more time, looking for maybe a touch onto anything. And he's going to find Lime eventually. Gets it away, rather free. And so, not much time left. He can't really run back. Bean's gonna find Blossom into that one. He does have the bomb. If he does find everything, can he do it? Can he do this in this situation? There's gonna be maybe Berserk onto the side, waiting. Alright, Molly onto the one side, just waiting. There's gonna be the tap. Draws him out. It's a one-on-one. He has the time to put this one away. Sangris walks through the flames, trying to find anything into this jewel. Knows where he is. Jumps, jiggles. Wants just a peek. He's going to be denied, and Bin saves that round.
Yeah, they saved the day, and they are going to be able to get away with it, taking the lead there for RMIT. That's going to be the one to get them over the line there. We'll see if they are going to be able to carry it forward again. RMIT, they had their struggles in that first half, but now it's light at the end of the tunnel here. Let's see if they can do it all over again, though, or whether it's a one-hit wonder to get in towards the B site. And now Ps are ready for battle. CTs, are they going to anticipate it? Already taking damage, and they do find one. The trade is engaged immediately. The bomb will go down. It's already looking like free take territory.
Lime with a beautiful double right there. I'm not sure if Hoof spotted the head right there. Could just be like a little black line that completely missed him. But this is a 2v3 retake. They're trying to set up the pin, so Sangris is going to be good for the one. But onto the side, there's going to be Boom Booms. And now ICO with an 8OP getting smoked out. Past the wallbang. And he knows that he's trying, but it's ticking away. And Sangris puts him down, retrieves the 8OP back in. And he says, that is my gun. And I tell you what, the attack does come out and we will take it. They dropped 5 in a row. And Swinburne finally able to at least get a little bit more back. And it's rather tough, especially since RMIT has played a very dominant T side.
Yeah, they played super duper well, and we'll see if they are going to be able to keep that up now. All tied up again. Swinburne, good to activate the attack timeout there as well. I think it's important to really just give yourselves a moment to refocus, rethink, getting deeper into the series here, and we'll see if there's any positive results coming out into this next one. As all players get set up, ready for action. Nades coming out. We're ready to go. So, defaults are pushing in. Swinburne, good on the aggression there. Cut off anyone trying to push up towards the catwalk there. But speaking of, the T's already reveal themselves up high, and both will perish immediately. So, great hold from Swinburne so far, and pressures on RMIT to try and push into a site together. They're already losing more members. Getting singled out here is not what you want to be seeing.
Yeah, up to ICO to try to recover. He has picked up 2. Picking up the 3rd one. Oh, hang on a second. There's the 4th one. And all that work that Swinburne put in, getting this straight through. ICO says, thank you very much. I will be pulling a Houdini out of it. And so, it's a 4K. It's an AWP walking through Sangris, just has to do one thing, and that's look to the right side. He doesn't. That's going to be the ace from ICO. He clings up. He says, give me the AWP. And a round that shouldn't have happened, it has just completely turned on Swinburne. And RMIT will say thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, as always. And you're going to see what else they are going to have in store for us now. RMIT pull ahead again. Only need 3 more rounds. Will they be able to get them, though? That's going to be the big question. Big ordeal here. So ICO holds close with the AWP. Sangria's good spot there. Trying to shut down Lime. They're primed up. Pushing in. Good night. What a shot to come through. And they get more down. And being good to engage onto it. More just keep flowing out. But RMIT dispel any doubts. We'll shut them down to 2. Holding on to it. Good up front, Blossom, but there's a flank in order from Astron right now. Pushing up Donut. This could be the saving grace they need. It is. They find one more. Blossom goes down to Astron as well. Good angle through the smoke there. Really hard to see in that one, but they managed to make it work based on team communications, I'm sure. And it will be 9-11, favoring RMIT right now.
There it is, 22 kills on Lime. This man has started to explode back into the action, and he says, give me some more. It's all going to be hands on deck as all of them are trying to open up a fast peak, and now could be in for a nasty surprise. The Flames is going to stop him for a little while. Swinburne, meanwhile, knows that this is happening. But look at that swing. 3 players just comes out to take out 2. ICO, meanwhile, cut off the back. And he can play this angle all night long. Boom Booms has no choice but to quickly just go back, and maybe Berserk trying to also just find that retreat. They're working on the Qs, they're working on anything else, but Swinburne, because of their current economy, can't really be looking to be poking in where they don't really belong. And it's tough, especially since you were up the 4 rounds in the beginning as T, and now with the responses on CT side, it hasn't been as stellar kind of performance, and RMIT is completely taking advantage of it.
Yeah, they certainly are completely taking advantage there, and we'll see. They are going to be able to find even more, as all they need is 1 round here. We managed to find a kill just after time as well, so good on them. But let's see if they can do it now. Round 22, Swinburne need to step up and quick, otherwise it's game over. The Ancient will be gone, and we'll see if that is meant to be or whether Swinburne can take this one a step further, take it towards OT. It all comes down to this. They're jumping in towards that A site, slow and steady, creeping up there. Got Sangrius on the watch. Oof, oof, oof. Close by as well with Boom Boom's expert. Holding back that little splitter angle, you know, just ready to go towards either side at a moment's notice. They have chosen this time. Holding back now. Find a good opening kill there, but they are going to be traded. CT's desperately trying to climb on, but Boom Booms has been burnt alive.
Oh boy, here we go. They are trying desperately to do anything to recover. Awesome gets taken out. There's going to be the trade. Sangri is good for the 1. The bomb is dropped. They have to be playing for this one, but they have 60 seconds. Meanwhile, Sangris, very, very low, just waiting, trying to buy a little bit more info. He knows that this is going to be something that they can completely play this into, but ICO shuts him down to the side. Now up to maybe Berserk, and he gets taken out as well. And that is going to be GG's. Congrats to RMIT.
Yeah, big congrats to RMIT there. They put the hard yards in and it pays off. GG, well played. We love to see it, and we'll see how they're going to be feeling about it soon. But my gosh, what an incredible result they've had. Definitely eager to find out all about it, but we'll get it all prepped up sooner or later. But I guess we'll find out more soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series. Matzy and Emperor ZK coming to you live once again after another incredible game. But speaking of incredible things, what do we have? It's our interview with ICO.
Howdy, folks. Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, welcome in once again. Definitely great to have you on board today. And I guess branching off last week, you guys have really started to bring yourselves up. And I guess what's structured the big change for you guys, like the change of pace?
I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but at least for Lime and I obviously played with, like Ruffleco, Lucas222 and so on, and like, not to say that that makes it easier, like that we're still playing with really good players, but the fact of the matter is they're like elite level in the country for what they're doing, right? So we probably had a tiny bit of complacency, and then we've come back and we've like, oh, actually, you know what? Let's just lock in. We'll, we still know what we're doing. It's fine. And then just a tiny bit of cohesion about like making sure that we're like communicating well. Like, I think we're a bit quiet in the first few games. Once you got loud and people got a bit more comfortable, like no issue really.
Yeah, absolutely. Tonight you guys didn't have the fastest of all start, but then right after, as soon as we switched sides, it was just explosions everywhere. 5 rounds in a row before anything else, and just really like putting on the aggression. Was that the biggest change when people all got warmed up and got a little bit more familiar with all the calls?
I mean, like, to be honest, we're not doing anything like, we're not reinventing the wheel or anything. We're fucking just like throwing util for people and saying, go do this, go do that. Like, we're just, it's things on the fly. I think though, that being said, it probably looked worse than it was at the start, because I did have that 1v1 where I think I got aim punched, and I was already on like 30 HP. And so when I went to go jump to kill the guy, he actually got me. But like, realistically speaking, we were probably a little unlucky to not convert a couple of the early rounds as well. So it wasn't too bad.
No, great to hear. And I suppose pushing on again, do you feel like you guys might be able to make top 4 by the end of the season?
Well, that's the goal. I mean, how many games do we have left? What, 2, 3? The admin in my ear can probably tell me. But I think though that like realistically we just need to win like those 2, and then I don't think it's much of an issue. We might have like, if there's a round differential break or anything like that, maybe there'll be that, and we're head dead. Like, but I think realistically we'll be fine. We just started a bit slow, so I don't know. Maybe we play better under pressure. Who knows? Maybe now that we have to win everything, we're like, oh, okay, damn, we'll go win everything.
That's fair enough. And one personal question. Obviously you had a round where you guys were all taking left, right, and center, and it was just up to you to go and recover, and you made a 5K. Like, how did you feel? And did everyone on Discord just go woo like that?
To be honest with you, like, yeah, it was. I think it was a 1v5, but like the first 3 kills just presented themselves to me. So like realistically, that was like, I only had to do the 1v2 bit really. I don't know why that. To be fair, there was the guy in bottom mid, and he was looking at elbow for some reason. I have no idea why. So when I swung out to him, I was like, oh, okay, well that was convenient. But like I mean, live in my ear said some things I'm not allowed to repeat on broadcast. He was huffing me off in that respect, but like other than that, nah. Like I think we had the momentum. It was pretty okay from there.
That's great to hear, and definitely keen to see more of that heading into the future weeks. But yeah, branching off on that, thanks again for joining us, ICO. It's been great to have you. Big congrats on the big win, and keen to see if there's another one next week.
Fingers crossed, hopefully. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Happy days. As always, Amp, great to get some good vibes through there. RMIT, always delivering the goods. Very unique, aren't they? Always following the same formula, so to speak. But yeah, definitely keen to see what else is going to be coming through. You know what else is coming through? Our sponsors. Big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all the other needs. What could my other need be? Who might be able to help with my hunger needs?
Yeah, it is Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie Mega Rain will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
Shout out to our wonderful sponsors once again. You know them, we love them. They are great. But you know what else is great? Match 3 of the evening. It is going to be UOM taking on USID there. Very middle of the pack matchup, right? And definitely eager to see how both teams shape up here. I think from memory, USID was on 2-2, if I'm not mistaken. So, keen to see how they perform here tonight. But speaking of perform, who are going to be the players we get to see perform?
Well, on the side of UOM, you have Beaver, Attila, Al Qaeda, you have Luke 1Gs, and June. On the side of UC, you have Park Rain, W's, Team Master, Shoko, and LZJMJH. Like, these two scores has been duking it out for quite a while, and I think UC has definitely had the upper hand here and there. Beaver with his team has obviously presented a lot more variations of the style, but it all comes down to how well they're going to be playing in terms of the videos tonight. And so, yeah, looking at the videos, look at that, banning away Dust, Nuke, Inferno, Ancient, Ban Train, Ban Anubis, we got to
Ah, this is what we've been waiting for, Imp. This is what we've been waiting for. The light at the end of the tunnel. I'll take this one over the other one. This one's good. No, we love a bit of Mirage. Great to get a bit of variety. Speaking of variety gaming, we are into the game right now. It is going to be going down in Knife Town. And the A site is where the fight will be. Who can take it? It's all going to come down to this.
All right. You sit, jumping onto the platforms right here. They're going to have the first one down. Shoko is down for the count. They are just go squeezed in. And now up to Park Rain, he goes down as well. So UOM gets to pick. And I don't think they're going to be really doing all too much different right here. Possibly just going to be sticking onto the CT side. And yeah, that's going to be it. I think at this stage, it doesn't really matter too much because both teams are quite seasoned when it comes down to just how they're going to like their Indomie into the night. Yes, I am getting a little bit hungry, but more than anything, I'm hungry for the action. I want to see what both teams present after the Easter break, because some can be a little bit more too complacent because of Easter, fasting and all that, and might not just have the energy to play, but some might be very diligent and working towards it. And we'll see if there's going to be a little bit of adjustment as we go into this first round.
Jumping into it there, let's see who will be able to find it now. He's taking nice and slow towards the A site to have a couple in unders to go for that split play there. But Al-Qaeda is going to be the one team that stops them. Speaking of Al-Qaeda, though, do spot them trying to push up ramp. One goes down already. Beaver good for it. W's on the trade there, looking for more to parade around. T's onwards to the plant. Do have CTs to consider coming through from B now. A ramp as well. They're running rampant around this site, but they aren't engaging the fight yet. They've slowed it down until now. Luke gets the opening.
All right, Park Rain is gone, which is good. Shoko as well. Now they have a chance to quickly collapse here. They are going to take out another one, and now that's going to be one low player at least. He's going to be acting as bodyguard, but at the same time, there's going to be the complete defusal. He's just completely tapping it, buying more time, and Beaver denies Team Master. And so UOM does recover the run nicely. I got to say, Luke 1Gs really took a lot of gamble, and they took the momentum away from UCID as soon as he was able to wrap himself around and take down Park Rain. And that made UC lose all their positioning power. And so both sides does have a little bit of economy to be playing around with. But obviously, if you're on the CT side, you're going to be sitting on your guns rather early and just waiting to pile on that pressure.
Yeah, pump out the pressure there, and we'll see if they are going to be able to deliver here. Slow it down for a sec. Good shot from a Luke 1Gs there. Holding back. See if they can swing into it again. USID ready into it with their guns there. Will find a shot. So nicely placed by LZ. Now, waiting for their chance again. Still have more to consider here. Try and see if they can get that gun that they did shut down in window. But there's other CTs they need to worry about. A big thorn in their side, I think, right now is probably going to be Jun if they're game enough to push deeper. I like how they have patience here, but I think if they did push deeper, it definitely could have been quite a scary endeavor. But they don't need to push in this one, right? Because USID's all on ecos. Really, the pressure's on them to try and engage the sites. And with these two pushing through T-spawn right now, think they might get caught in just a second.
Oh, Park Rain is going to be spotted right here by Beaver. Is going to take a little bit of damage. June, meanwhile, walks through, takes them out. Bomb is dropped, nothing else to be spoken about. And so Park Rain, yeah, he just walks through. He accepts it. He knows that, you know, the bomb is dropped. He doesn't have enough time to go back. Doesn't have enough health to be dueling with. So they get nothing in that round. And it's a huge win from UOM. They sacrificed Luke 1Gs for it. You know, it's a very simple gun. For others, it's fine. Like at the end of the day, you know, they can continuously buy from him and can completely hold on to the window. But the most important message here is that UC is going to be completely out of the full option to buy whatever they want. Park Rain, meanwhile, is throwing as much bear stuff as they can, but the trade is going to be coming through. Two on both sides. Attila trying to pop the final head right here. Is going to be backed up. W's is gone. And that's already heaps for UOM.
Yeah, heaps good, heaps potential, and we'll see if they can tap into that again. Hold on tight here for next endeavor. Slow it through. Waiting to see if anyone's going to creep up on them through mid there. CT's good presence, waiting in window there. Going to give themselves up. Will be smoked off as well. Now, T's, they've still got a bit of time to play with as well. They can spring it through towards the B side or run it back towards A. All considerations, I'm sure they're going to be on top of mind here, but still now trying to open things up for a catwalk presence. Do spot one in window, so that's good intel now for Beaver. Relay that back to the team, but it does activate the T's, trying to steam ahead.
Team Master also walking through that molly. Chunk of his health gone right now. 30 seconds left onto the clock. They're going to have to make a choice. This is not something of anger where they're choosing to back up. But the thing is, LZJ pushing through by himself, trying to find a little bit more. I'm not sure if I fully agree, but I guess this is exactly what he wants to do. He walks into the den of trap, and 13 seconds left onto the clock. He's going to buy all the sound that he can get, and this is exactly what they want, I guess. And so this is going to be the push through the CT spawn. Attila makes an easy shot. I think UCID at the end realized that there's no point really holding on to any more guns. Might as well try to swing for the rest. But it's not the most optimal play when it comes down to it. It's more of a sacrifice that they're looking for the greater good on UCID. This is a very strong UOM showing. 3-0. Converting the bonus, getting a case through. There's going to be the AWP on Attila as well. So he's going to be really early onto this pressure. And UCID right now are in a little bit of a pickle.
Yeah, they're struggling to find an answer at the moment, Amp, aren't they? Like, it's a tough start. I feel like this has been the trend pretty much all night, to be honest. You know, we've seen these teams get extra rounds in the beginning, and it's scary. It's almost like we're having a bit of deja vu, you know? We're seeing the same things, but with different faces. Oh, I'm getting worried, Eb. Maybe the game's cursed. No, maybe not. We are getting into the A-sided push, though. UCID ready to try and steal something back. They've got a single AK, few pistols there, and util. All the building blocks of success. They just need to get that signal to activate.
Yeah, one of these problematic starts is when you're trying to scope over your enemy, you often, you know, just trip over yourselves. And so Shoko rushes up, takes out Al-Qaid. It's pretty good so far, 2 for the 1, and they will be able to pick up guns and stuff in order to boost themselves. Team Master still with that one Park Rain, waiting for a little bit more. Beaver on the spawn, that spot 2 is only good for the 1. LZJ quite low himself. Tila with the AWP is going to have to find some measure of success, trying to find a Luke 1Gs to the side. LZJ is gone, and that's exactly what they needed. Luke 1Gs now might be looking to just completely combust here. I'm not sure about this. W's meanwhile waiting. There's going to be the shadow, and they are both down out of nowhere. They go for a risky pick, and you know what the problem is now? When you lose all your guns, you refresh. Yes, you're able to recommit, buy into that, but you gave an AWP away in a rather tough one. UOM choosing to go for the, well, you know, to go for everything that they can, throwing the kitchen sink at them. You see, they are going to be able to remain firm in this current situation. We'll see if Park Rain is able to deliver with the AWP, because he is not going to go and control and contest into the mid. And so yeah, it's a rather different kind of a playstyle.
Yeah, and it's worked out, hasn't it? Definitely eager to see. They are going to be more. I like this boosted angle from Beaver. Ready to push them out. Good spot there. Does fall off, though. Good trade out from the T's. Al-Qaeda knows this one close as well, but they will be punished. It's unlucky there. You know, there's only so many places you can look, and when a short gets opened up, is it going to be tough? But speaking of tough, it gets even tougher now that UCIT has put that bomb down. UOM don't have many tools to play with here. So we'll see what they can come up with as Luca goes down. It's all up to Jun and Attila here. Probably just going to sit on exits, to be honest. But it's nice to see a change of pace here from UCIT.
Yeah, I think this is where they realized that. I think that's, you know, a few too many rounds that we wanted to give over without really much of an answer. And so now they do have the guns. 4 players strong. Don't want to be dropping the expensive stuff. Park rank. It's going to go forward. There's going to be the trigger discipline. They are going to drop them all. And, you know, it's just the one gun while they are able to retrieve that AWP. But I gotta give a little bit of commendation on their side. Like, this wasn't what we expected from UCIT, especially putting Park Ray into the apartments with the AWP, with LZJ pushing very strongly against Beaver. They were able to eliminate that short player and then using Park Ray as a decoy with the AWP and just fishing for attention. That was pretty gorgeous. And so, it's only 1 round difference. There is going to be the rebuy coming from UOM. This is the one that decides who's going to be able to hold that lead or who's going to take that momentum.
The momentum is going to be opened up. Let it rain, Util, and let it rain pain. As the CTs pull ahead early, spread their bullets in, and the boxes get lit the heck up. W's last player standing in unders right now. Does fall back, got plenty of money to play with. See what they can come up with now. Because the CTs have got a bit more control here. They've got that bomb under lock and key. W's trying to press up. Good night as Jun ends the fight.
Wow, that was a little bit more different to what I expected out of UCIT. But UOM, they decided to get really aggressive. It was a complete firefight in mid. And I'm a little bit surprised. You know, there was no effort to really comb into trading utilities. It was just like, now we're going to sit on all the utilities. Doesn't matter if they're going to light us up and take the damage. And it worked out on the side of UOM. Yep. So we're just going to go through here. UCIT, they are going to get a little bit of advantage by Shoko without a gun right here. Same as LZJ. Just sitting back, trying to find any kind of angle or trying to brave that front for them. UOM has a little bit of a light tap onto June. They do know where he is.
See. Just going to be going down there, but hello. Bye, goodbye, and see what is going to be saying goodbye here. It's a tough endeavor, but hello there. Hello. It's you and I. We'd love to see it, but let's see what's going to go on there. Amp, I think something going down there, but everything should be okay. Just a second. So definitely appreciate everyone for tuning in so far. I reckon there's going to be more fun times ahead indeed. And you know, always I love to see these little momentum shifts as they play out throughout the match, Amp, right? You know, it's kind of like, I think of it like when a storm comes. You know, it comes, but then it passes. And then it comes back, then it passes. You know, that's how I think of these momentum shifts that kind of make their way through in some of the rounds there. You know, it's like you have your highs and then you have your lows.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's one of those moments where momentum just shifts into your favor and then it gets robbed away for no reason. And I think as we are closing out the remaining weeks with all the games, one big important factor now is coming back into the competition is that when you're on T-side start, not a lot of people can have the kind of plans that works, like, you know, as well as they did in the early weeks. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, like it takes a ton of time for them to prepare. And of course, when your plan just blows up in your face, or there's a few rounds that just gets robbed away from you, it's a rather tough one to recover, especially, you have to deal with the extra pressure when you switch and stuff. Not every team can pull up what RMIT was able to do as well earlier tonight. But given that both UOM and UC has been quite competitive throughout the weeks, it's going to be a rather interesting one, because you definitely saw UOM, having a beautiful start. They were able to shut everything away, and then UC trying to come back with a little bit more. They have momentum. It's just that I feel like right now UC is having the same thing as the other two teams when they started on T. Is a rather slow start, rather trying to feel themselves back out because of the Easter break, and yeah, things don't look as polished.
Yeah, and it makes sense. Obviously, sometimes things are going to get a little rough around the edges there, but I guess it's just the important thing that you try and adapt around that. Really try to bring yourselves up to be the best that you can be on the given day, right? Because teams can only put in so much or so little preparation, but at the end of the day, it's just on the what happens on the given day there. So definitely keen to see what is going to be going down to the rest of this one there. But I'm sure that there's fun things ahead. But you know what else is fun, Emp?
What?
Spending time with you on a Thursday night. We love to see it. Good vibes only. Who's that?
It's so rummaging. I thought, I thought, we might as well bring a little bit of intermission fun into this. And why not? Why not? We're having a lot of fun spending time with you and of course everyone else on a Thursday night. It's always going to be good. But it looks like, yep, we are going to be bringing this one back into our round number 7 between UOM and UCID, and we're happy to be getting back into the action, and I hope you folks are all as well. And so let's get this one reset and back on the road.
Yeah, let's get this road on the show here. As we jump into round number 7. UCID looking to wait things out just outside the A and B sites. I like the split. 3 towards B, though. Shows the focus there with the bomb as well. Beaver holding it back with the smoke at the moment. The T's not giving away too much yet. However, that can very hastily change. Nice suppressive fire there as well, Beaver. Might actually catch them in a sec if they're not too careful, but they aren't brave enough to hold on there. Will fall off, so playing a very safe approach. This does allow the T's very close to the site now, so there is good opportunity to just burst out here. Really send it.
Oh, and they are sending this one in. Luke 1G is going to be getting one. 3 players falling on the side of UC for the price of 1. UOM, they still have a very commanding lead. Beaver, meanwhile, gets taken down though. Shoko locking that one up. And this could be a problem for them. Attila sitting there with an AWP. Utility-wise, not very healthy. UC can be looking to throw the rest and just lock this one down. And so there's going to be the remainder. There's going to be Shoko going down. Oh, the lineup was there. But it surprises T-Master. Didn't really get to nail the bullets. And there is going to be the defuse. It's not too bad coming in from UC, but UOM just does that better.
Yeah, they just do it better this time and will be primed up. Taking 5 in to their arsenal. And let's see what else they are going to be able to bring heading in to round 8 now. As they jump in, UCID. Nice and close. Do have at least the AK to play off of and some upgraded pistols there, util. And they're looking to full send it. All hands on deck towards B right now. I can see everyone is in close proximity here. They can spill through with pistols. The AK only going to further their resolve here. Here they go, Amp. They're coming in.
Alright, there's the jump in. There's a lot of damage onto all of them. They are starting to fall as they are trying to get a little bit more. Beaver does go down. The AWP misses the second shot right there. Trying to provide extra value. But the thing is, there's going to be the plant. That's the primary objective here from UC. They don't really care about winning this round. They care about getting that extra money into the next one. Gotta be careful. They know in the apartments, they don't. Park Rain gets the one, locking down, piling on the pressure to the AWP. Attila trying to push in, gets taken down as well. And out of nowhere, it's 3v2. Luke 1Gs comes at least with another one. There he's going to be Park Rain. He drops down, wants to provide, wants to save Team Master. Team Master with a gun, wins that trade here. And it's up to June. He's sitting on the defuse. They don't know it. Yeah. And he takes them all down as well. Just adding salt to the injury. UOM, they rob him. Very blind.
Yeah, taken all the way out there, Amp, haven't they? And they are going to be very happy with that result. Able to go 6 for 2 at the moment. See what else they are going to be able to spill through. You said definitely have to take things into careful consideration. But speaking of consideration, consider the fact that they're now on a full buy. They've picked up AKs. They've got plenty of potential around them. I'm sure that they mean business. They are going to be good to go. Looking to flow something new together. See, they can seek out to deliver there. So they're just chatting away at the moment. Trying to figure something out, I'd assume, but I'm sure everything will be all good here momentarily.
Yeah, it's one of those moments, right, where you as a team thinking, all right, surely, maybe we can convert some more extra bonus. We can convert some extra players. We can, at least stream. We're like stepping into paradise, but just at the last minute, the whole rug gets pulled completely under you. You fall, you trip, all fall to the sky, and you look towards the big blue cloud and the shine, eventually gazing down and says, so close, yet so far. And so you sit probably kicking themselves a little bit more than they would like, but I gotta say they wouldn't need to kick themselves too much. It was just looked too good for a second. UOM though, definitely breathing a sigh of relief right there, where they said, in a round that we got dropped for no reason, we were able to recover, and we'll take that. So they have a 4-round advantage, and they will take it, especially since we're in round number 9. Anything extra they get against UCID, it's an absolute bonus.
Yeah, an absolute bonus, an absolute way. The onus on these players to perform at their very best here, and see if they are going to be able to do just that. Head into round 9 now. The T's split mid this time, trying to go for that early control. See if they can stroll through towards short and or connector here. They just slow it down for the moment. Good to put a fire between them as well in the connector there, so they can nullify a bit of the positioning of the CTs. Gives them more confidence to go towards window and or short for that matter. But they're still holding back for a second. The CTs are ready for them to push in. And the timing could be everything at this one. Ooh, here we go. That's going to be big. Flash them out, and they crash in. Huge impact coming out of that. That is massive. They hit it like a wrecking ball and watch all the enemies fall.
Oh, that was brilliantly executed from UOM. That was unbelievable. The pop flash straight up identifying exactly members of UCID and just entrapping them. There was no exit, so UCID being caught by surprise there, probably not happy about that one, but they have no choice but to accept as well. And so it's a big round win from UOM. They are going to completely lock out UCID, who is now looking just to stack up at ramp. If they are going to be able to get anything, you should beat this round, as they are going to go for the rough trades. Here we go. That's going to be the first one. Shoko is down for the count. Luke 1Gs has been very strong to these early picks. Now looking into locking down Palace, and there's going to be the name following it. The utility is just doing so much work. The rest of UCID, they are trying to make it in, but they are paying dearly for this entry.
Yeah, they're paying with their lives. We'll see. They are going to be able to find something back from it. As you said, double back now. Still leaving a couple through there. But they are spilling it out towards B now. Maybe not. Ooh, hesitant. Making a bit of noise, trying to toy with their opponents a bit there. So then maybe they can propose a different endeavor towards A instead. And run their way through connector. Issue is now that the CTs are starting to lose people. And quick. and need to hold on to their team, need to play around one another. Otherwise, the round could be flipped on its head. Speaking of, LZ does not check their corners and will be wiped out. So that's good vision over the A side, but does give the T's confidence that B is pretty clear. And now they gear on up towards a B-sided take.
Yep. Quick recovery from the side of UOM. They're not going to be able to stop this bomb plan at the least. Attila gets nailed by Park Rain. There's going to be a little bit more. Park Rain does find another player. But Beaver's holding strong. It's going to take out W's. Trades half his life for it. And there is going to be the slow walk. And he's good for another. Out of nowhere, UOM. They still saved the round and recover. And it was something... could have been a massive cook from UCIT. Like, it's a nice strategy, but UOM was able to recover it quite well, and they play it beautifully. June's also going to be recovering that AWP as well. And look at this, 6 rounds difference being edged out by UOM. They are very happy with this result, especially since UCIT, their money is not going to be the same as what they hope. Yes, you know, there is the loss by bonus, and then, of course, there's the plant, which means that they're going to be guaranteed all the AKs that they can get. But the thing is, you can't really give Park Rain his AWP, or you can't give W's and AWP as well. These guys are known for it, and they are very good at it. And UOM really playing their cards well.
Yeah, they're playing their cards well. And trying to see if they can swell past here. We'll see if they can find the way through. Hold on for a second longer. Beaver does know someone's close by now, but it's good that Park Rain has evacuated. They're just ace it through nice and easy here. In the meantime, UCIT ace it through nice and confidently. Right through towards the site now, trying to get the bomb down. Trade comes out, but it does favor the T's. Orbs out of play. Now, UOM have to try and display some kind of confidence themselves. Do they go for this retake here? Or do they go another way?
At this stage, it depends on Beaver. He is going to be taken out, and that connector is just a complete death trap. Nothing you can do about it. UCIT finally getting one back. And now, all of a sudden, you know, you give a lot of them away, you know, those early rounds, and you finally get one back. You're like, oh, you know, we're looking good again. This is the problem. It's round number 12. It's the final one before the switch. And yes, if you pick this one up, you still have a 4-round difference. You'll take it, but you'd rather be in a different position. You'd rather be in a position of like 6-6 or even a little bit of extra power. UOM just have that many early wins to be completely piling on the pressure. And there's going to be Park Rain finally with that AWP showing some more value. Al-Qaeda is going to be onto the side, takes him out because he didn't check, thinking that there wasn't going to be too many more looking at him. So not anticipating 2 players at the B side. And now the rest of UCIT looking to just completely crushing to B.
Yeah, going to be smashing their way through there. CTs trying to hold them back. Good spot there. Al-Qaeda now trying to adapt around and play around their teammate here. Does get shut down though. Still going to be one on the bench there. Try to get it, but it's not happening. UCIT find their way through with confidence and get the bomb straight down. So, Luke and Jun now, last 2 standing, have to go for it. The last round. Will they be able to achieve it though? 2 players very low. Could be an opportunity, but we'll see if they can. Jun is out. Luke, 1 man left to do it all with a deagle and a dream. And it will not be the dream they wanted. It's a nightmare. But you said it's a dream come true. They take around 4. That's going to be the gap between them. 4 rounds at the end of the half there. So pretty good start from UOM. And you said good towards the end to get a few on the board.
We'll see if there's going to be the late starting bonus, I guess. Because at this stage, UCIT has to with the pistol. If they drop the pistol and there's going to be the plant, it's the worst case scenario. But for UCIT, the best case scenario is deny the plant, take them all out, you know, and get that round win. So a lot is going to be running to the stake. 3 players invested trying to anticipate the mat stacking B rush, but none of them is there. All 5 players from UOM They are ready to push for A, as Park Rain is also gonna adjust back up a little bit. There is gonna be the mad collapse, and you can see UC trying to scramble to get this one through. They are rather close. Al-Qaid is gonna get taken down into a trade with W's. But yeah, you can't just say, I'm going to deny this now. There's going to be the extra income that's going to be onto the T side. Shoko is going to find another one, trying to get a little bit more. There is going to be a shutout. But yeah, they have to really work for this retake, as it's going to be another one. All the angles are coming through. Just waiting for the final one. And that's going to be Beaver at ramp, trying to 1-on-4, trying to maybe find something else. But he gets put down as well. And so you see, they do win it, but UOM wasn't fully denied.
Yeah, not going to be fully denied there because they do get the plant down. So there is going to be that second round opportunity in order to go for the force buy there, should they choose to. See what their decision is going to be in the coming moments here. They are going to be pondering on upgraded weapons for now. Luke, Tech 9, Util. That's all that it will be. So, not going to be diving too deep, but at least next round they'll have a bit more of a confident buy, I guess. Depending on if they win or lose. But, let's see how they go into the B site now. Amp, it's rush time!
All right. Park Rain gets taken down. There is going to be the challenge coming through. But 2 players does go down the side of UOM. They're going to take a little bit more, as they are going to be trying to make a mad jump through. As they are going to be jumping through, there is an advantage of them trying to get that momentum. But unfortunately, they don't have the bullet power, and the rest of UC, they will take that round. They deny it. And so, it's time for conversion. If they can get anything out of this one, it's going to be an absolute banger for them. Their pockets, their economy completely rolling out. But obviously, UOM losing those 2 means that they have to commit with a full buy, ready for anything else. They lose anything, and it's going to be a rather tough one.
Yeah, going to be a tough one indeed, Amp, and you're going to see if they can manage to gain some more room through. Try to maneuver forward, but speaking of maneuvering forward, you said do that with confidence. Take care of business. Leave it down to 2 players. Jun and Al-Qaid stuck outside of the apartments there. Gonna push up to mid, perhaps, just taking it slow and steady. At least they've got the bomb to play with, so there's at least that to consider there, but see if that's all that they are going to be able to do. They hold on now. No one on the A site, so that's going to be a good opening there. And it looks like they might just be able to take it. Surely someone's going to realize soon, right? Oh, here we go. T-Master Amp, it's time.
It's always that T-Master, you know, he finds himself in the most precarious situation. And he does, well, I guess he is in a good position to be maybe making back up. And this is a lot of time given over to UOM, making the site. They are going to clear the angle. UC should know. They have W's walking through a spawn right now. There should be no questions about exactly where they're going to be attacking. And UC slowly making the way. T-Master spots the shadows, but gets dropped completely. There is going to be the plant, and at least they will lock this one down. UC now has to recover. Gotta make sure that they don't drop anything else. It's going to be the first one. Al-Qaid is gone, and is going to be traded with Shoko. June, meanwhile, goes back into City Spawn. Does have a molly, just trying to save his own AK. Just trying to make a little bit more. There is no kit. Yeah, there is no kit into this one, as they did buy a little bit more time on the side of UOM. UC is happy to take it. They did take a little bit more damage than what they were supposed to be going. But you know what? It was MP9. It was just some things that they can afford to rebuy. You get away with 2 AKs in a defuse, UC will take it any day.
Yeah, going to be good for it, aren't they? Eager to see what they can manage. Heading in to round 16 now. 1 round between them. UCID are in a great position to bring it back. We'll see. They are going to be able to do it. Stick sticking it out for a moment. Slow and steady. LZ getting close. Pushing up. No one's there to say hello yet. But they do manage to push up now. Good start. Luke gets it in. But they are still holding back. And it will be traded out left, right, and center here. 3 versus 2. Jun and Alkai trying to pull through. W's trying to see if anyone's going to be in the smoke there. But no one reveals themselves. So UOM, good to put down the bomb. But it's all down to Al-Qaid now.
He's going to be staring with a molly. Team Master's going to be the first one to pick him, and he is going to be just fine with it. And you know what? It's not as bad of a round as what he could have been a rather rough start. Luke 1Gs, it's a nice entry. How he was able to just quickly buy the time, buy the angles. But at the same time, you know, it's equalized. You see when they were down 4 rounds and now all of a sudden they equalized with 4 in a row. 3 of them being diffusers. And so UOM doesn't really have the full excuse as well. You know, they were, you know, really early into the scene. They had all the advantages and they were able to plant. But as well as you're good with finances and the management, the rest of it is being completely shut out onto the round. And so in a very expensive one, Attila with the AWP is looking to just take his, trying to take the nest. He's going to be smoking out W's. The nade, was that okay, it wasn't a nade throwing. I thought it was a nade, but LZ is going to be completely taken out by Alkai in an aggressive push on ramp. And that is going to open up a little bit more of the map. As Park Rank does shut him down eventually, it's still giving that UOM maneuver and the room to actually feel out their opponent.
See if they are going to be able to filter them out now. UOM. Good to get a little bit of presence through. Smoke out the window there. CTs sticking it out as well. But there's still plenty of time to play with. UOM still have to ponder on their options. Well, there's a good one. They've opened the account now. W's hasn't been spotted, though. This could be huge. They could actually swing right past them. Oh, they do give themselves away, though. So it will be 1 kill back. And maybe more around the bend here. 3v3 situation. AWP in hand. Attila. This is going to be a thriller of a shot. They need to find the angle, or they might get found themselves. Uh-oh, here we go. Good night. Punishment comes out, and Luke delivers as well. Shoko, ooh, gives himself away. 1v3 now, though. They're stuck in CT spawn. The T's know exactly where they are. They can pincer on this angle. This could be one way to strangle it in, but Shoko keeping them close to the site, not going to allow them to escape. They're going to have to fight through it, whether they like it or not, but they love it! As Luke gets the kill and pushes UOM up in the lead again.
Yeah, they really made that one work. I'm a little bit confused about what happened. In Nest, W's was looking to maybe become a ninja and just stealth his way through. But the fact that he gave himself away without having that revenge kill was also just as confusing. You know, he could have definitely just used that jungle, you know, keep on peeking, and then eventually made his way to Al-Qaid and deny the AWP play. And I guess it was just that moment, right? You make a choice. You see different path lines, right? You look at what kind of future that you might be going through. W saw a rather tough one, and he said, you know what, I'm just going to shoot and see what else happens. And that locked him away. Attila was was completely there, just looking at him with the AWP. And so both teams are going to use the attack timeout just to make sure that they have the right angles. But yeah, it's still anyone's game so far. UOM definitely has shown that they can still be playing for it as they take back at least 1 round in advantage. UCIT, though, sitting a little bit more comfortable in these later matches, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, we'll see what they are going to be able to manage now. Attack runs its course. Now we set sail through towards the next sector here. Round 18. It's time to get down to business. We got AKs on hand for UOM, AWP as well. Attila looking good with the AWP. We've got M4s ready for UC there with a decent amount of util to spill out. So both teams in a pretty similar position in terms of their economy, but it's more critical, I suppose, for UCID to get a victory here because UOM still have a fairly flexible economy at the moment. So we'll see. They can manage to bring up as Luke now holds the boxes. Ready in mid, does get shut down by LZ though. So a good start for UCID there. And UOM now looking to recover onto A. They smother their way in and get into the plant.
Oh, wow, W's. He was able to deny that plan a little bit more longer. That buys more time for UC to try to recover. Beaver is also gone. And there is going to be the burn. There is just too many players coming back in. Attila trying to desperately do something. But he gets nailed to the ground as well. What an aggressive play from UC. Like, in the beginning, Luke 1G's holding the boxes. I don't think he saw W's walking up. I think he barely missed him from coming out from the smoke. Yeah, it was just tough. And I still am thinking, like, I'm struggling with words right now, but I'm just a little bit confused coming through. But the tension is definitely high from both sides. UC taking that last round, complete robbery. And now we have a final, or rather the first duel between Park Rain and Attila. This is the classic matchup. Who's got the better WADP, you know? Who's got the better aim and who is gonna shine through and prove value?
Yeah, it's a real proving ground, isn't it? And we'll see. They are going to be able to manage. As Luke holds steady in mid there. Jun is going to be the one to start it. Al-Qaeda chimes in as well. Decent start for UOM. We'll be able to find the beat. We'll be able to get the bomb down. But recovery is already coming through for UCID. Evening it up. Only one player down for them. We'll see if they layer it through. It could actually just be a save coming out. I can see W is hesitant. Evacuating. Maybe not going to be looking good for this one, but at least they keep their weapons.
Yeah, that smoke thrown out by LZ was just to recover the AWP for Park Rain to the next round. I guess UC is going to show that ton a little bit of respect, knowing that the economy really can't take the hit onto the next one. And so at least having an AWP is better than having none. And I guess in that essence, it does make a lot more sense. Shoko definitely needs a drop, or he's going to be the utility man onto the side. Either way, doesn't matter how you slice it, UOM definitely is getting that advantage that they were given in the beginning. Before the switch, it was 8-4, now it's 10-9. UC has done a lot of good homework. They've been able to do a lot of good things and defend quite well. It's just that UOM now, once you've tasted where to fight, a lot more can be brought into play, and they are trying to take that advantage as they are threatening to widen the gap.
Yeah, threatening to widen the gap there and threatening to see they will be able to achieve more with it as well. But Beaver, good start there. Need to make more of this. Fire comes out, they stand right in it. They've got confidence, and it is showing. But speaking of showing, the TTs are showing they mean business with their defense as well. And we'll see how they adapt around this one. UOM taking it much slower now. The CTs are looking to slowly maneuver their efficiency towards the A site.
The call for Shoko to also check apartments and just walk through was also rather crude in this kind of state, especially since you might want to check, maybe just peek as usual, but really checking for the aggressive info did spark a little bit more of a fight that UC didn't want to take. Now, Park Ring being dropped by Attila, that's definitely something of a hurtful thing. And so, as there is going to be the play, W's gets taken out. Do they realize though? Yeah, they do realize there is going to be LZ just trading for the one. Al-Kai was there for the rest. And now Team Master trying to walk this one through. Doesn't really have too much of a choice. If he does decide to save it, it's a little bit too late as he's already made his way in. Doesn't have a kit. Now, yeah, without any info, doesn't have any utilities. It's really tough for him. And now there's 2 rounds difference. It's an eco round coming from UCID as well. it's looking a little bit more worse on their side.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? But we'll see what they can manage. As it is round number 21 now. UOM going to be holding on. They've got 2 rounds they need to think about, and they're in a great position to go for them. But we'll see what USID has to say. Playing into this one now. They're playing very close into A now to open up the account. Al-Qaeda goes down. That's a big pickup on the AK there. And we'll see if they are going to be able to find a further as well.
Oh, the aggressive jump. Trying to get Luke 1Gs, but he's going to be traded anyway. There's going to be another AK. And out of nowhere, there's some guns on the side of UC. That's going to be a threat. LZ is going to get dropped. That's fine, because the AK is still on the other players. They're going to even up the score. Beaver taking a commanding little bit of a info, trying to put the threat back into the A side. Buying the time. Now both June and Attila looking down, trying to lock up jungle, checking all the corners. There is going to be the plant. Park Rang opting, but I think there was sound cues. There's the boost. Park Rang is good for the 1. There is no bomb going down just yet. They have been threatened. They know that they can't really retreat. Team Master taking a little bit of damage from the nade as well. They have the AWP. There is nothing for them to really get denied upon as Team Master get rushed upon. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be the aggressive stance that they want to go through. Shoko is also going to go down. And UOM, they have 3 to put away.
3 to put away. We'll see if they are going to be able to put away 1 more. As you said, desperate to try and hold on to this one. Desperate to play for OT here, but chance may slip away from them if they're not too careful. We'll see. But they jump through now. Just get some util spilling out to mid. UOM confident. Holding on to one another. 1 up in the apartments. Just trying to split this one through. We'll see. Can manage it. That's a great spot from Al-Qaeda as well. But it is going to be Beaver opening things up. Ooh, trying to trade out on T-Master there. T-Master does get caught. Luke doesn't care about fire. They do find the CT at the back as well. That's the site. It's done. The CTs are luckily in market already. Have been spotted. LZ goes down. Bahrain trying to keep this game alive, but it's not meant to be. It will be game, set, and match going through there. Incredible stuff. I can't believe it.
Yeah, really important, good work. And as much as you see it, try to contest as much as they can, spraying all the traps and surprises on the side of UOM. UOM just played a little bit better today. Massive plays from Luke 1Gs, Attila. These 2 guys really carried the show as well. And so it doesn't really became one of those kind of competitions where you feel pressure all around. UOM, with that 4-round advantage that they locked in, they continuously worked on it, and they were able to achieve that final victory.
Yeah, played super duper well there, and definitely keen to hear all about it right after this break. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series. Matt C and Empress EK coming to you live with an interview right here, right now. A big welcome in to Beaver.
Hello.
Oh, great to have you on, mate. What an incredible matchup we had there. Just crazy stuff, I got to say. And I guess, how are you guys feeling throughout the series there? Because it was very back and forward. How did you guys keep yourselves composed?
Well, we got a really good start, like 8-2, and then kind of lost a bit of momentum and then tied back up. I wasn't too worried though. Like, I don't know. I knew we have a good enough T side, so yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Obviously, speaking about your T side, in the beginning, obviously, UC was able to do a lot of catch up. But then right after, I think it was round number 16 that you guys really just exploded back in and then started pushing it. Like, talk us through how you guys started working through, especially since Attila going back into the AWP and winning his jewels for you guys.
I think we lost the pistol round and then obviously like lost the next couple rounds, so it's unlucky, but happens. And then we didn't really do anything too special, just like playing kind of slow, and then Attila with the AWP got some nice picks, and nothing too, no insane strats or anything, just played the way we like to play.
That's good. Definitely great to see you can play your own game there and play it super duper well. Speaking of playing well, though, heading towards our final weeks, how confident are you guys feeling heading towards the playoff stage?
I think we're pretty confident. We've lost like 3 games, I think, but they're all like pretty close, like 13-9 or better or something like that. And I think we can win the next 2, and then hopefully that sets us up to get into the playoffs, and then we'll see what we can do from there. But it's good that all our losses were close games, so we're not too what's the word, like, discouraged by those losses. So yeah, we know we can win some games, hopefully do some damage.
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen some really nice, finishing touches. But one thing that really impressed me is when you guys had Luke 1Gs go in and have that entry frag. The man just delivers every single time. Like, you see your primary duelist just goes in and says, "All right, G's, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get some kills."
I think so. Him and Al-Qaid on A as well was getting some nice picks in A main, and then let Luke do his thing in mid, and those two are really good players for us. So yeah, it definitely helps having those kind of people that can just get you some frags by themselves without much support.
Yeah, great to play around your teammates there, and great to know that everyone has their role to play in the team. Really eager to see that showcased into our future weeks. But once again, Beaver, big congratulations for the big win there. Excited to see what's to come from you guys. I reckon it's going to be an exciting end to the season, and hopefully you can do your very best.
Thanks, guys. It's a good game. So GG's to UCID.
GG's all round. It's the one, Amp. Definitely love to see it. And yeah, eager to see what else is in store, as we will find out what our next game is going to be. UNSW and Adelaide University. Hello. There it is. We love to see it, and definitely excited for what that's going to entail, because, Amp, here are our rosters.
Representing UNSW, you have Agent, Juan, Cross, Gibbs, and Combo. On the side of Adelaide University, you have Doom, Shog, Crash, Asdai, and Spec. I think, this has been the most funnest roster all around. UNSW, they've always been able to do whatever they want, and every player is worth their weight in gold. Every one of them is able to play quite well. Adelaide University, when they do play, especially on maps like Ancient, they're considerably strong. And I gotta say, like, although their results hasn't been as stellar, they were still able to pick up some important rounds here and there. And so, looking at the videos, look at that. But anyway, Mirage, Ancient, Inferno, Dusted, Train, Anubis, we got to nuke!
Oh, what a great way to close out the evening. What a great way to see things go down. We're going out with a bang, and what a perfect place to do it. It is Nuke. We are getting in and to the knife round right now. Both teams are setting themselves up for success. You can see they're out the gates, rushing their way through to outers now. T's ready. Trying to see if they face off here. They're bouncing around. And it will be the first blow given. Good start through there, but there's more to follow. They've got a man advantage, and they are furthering it. Goodbye to UNSW. Now load Adelaide. They will get to pick their side here. I'm curious which way they go. Well, CT is exactly where they're going to go.
I think when it comes down to this, it should be like, especially when you're not as familiar on a map, just go straight to CT. I have not seen Adelaide University really play Nuke into their strats, but UNSW, they're the ones that's made Vertigo work in the past, and then they made Nuke pretty good as well. Pretty sure they have a really nice Nuke strat. Not sure if this is going to be, the full legacy that they played with, but most of the players are pretty good onto here. And when it comes down to it, there is going to be the outside kill. Shug is going to be traded with Tomboy. Kraus, meanwhile, runs into too many, aiming at him, but Gibbs is good for the 2, trying to get a little bit more. And it's going to be the reload as 3v2 comes out. Has died, though. He's going to get a nice pop onto Huang, but the dink is going to be extra on the side of UNSW as they lock down that first round with the extra incentive.
Yeah, great incentive there. We'll be able to take control of the first round, and you're going to see how they stroll around this second one as well, as it looks like our CTs are pondering on getting through some little upgrades there. Do have some upgraded pistols into the mix. I thought maybe Crash might have been bringing armor as well, but not today. So definitely looking to bolster their economy a bit further into the next rounds. But let's see how things go down now. Crash tries to hold them back there. Ooh, Gibbs taking a dink there. Does actually lose out a teammate in the meantime as well. So not too shabby, but Spec might even further their losses. The angle is ready, but not ready enough. One good on it. The scout there says goodbye. And Doom now trying to creep up. Good spot, but they take a little too late, too long. They will take, and they will be shut out. So UNSW, good for 2 there. You can see they've got good optics on them, and they are ready to take this one further.
Yeah, with how Nuke can really devolve is, if some side has a very prepared T, right? Some teams are very good having a T side, so when they start, their timings are very crazy, angles are really nice as well, and the advantage is that they can work this really fast. And just like that, Adelaide University was looking to completely shut them out, but look at the outside, descending down secret. I'm at a little bit of a loss for words. Doom is going to go for the recovery. He does have a good opportunity to maybe catch a player or 2 with, and Spec looking, and he's going to find a lineup that's going to be working out for him. But all of this is all reactionary plays there. Oh, hang on a second, major mistakes is going to be committed. Huang was caught off guard with the reload, but at the same time, it is going to be Adelaide finding that extra opportunity.
Good to find opportunity there. We'll see if they are going to be able to further it into a round of victory here, as they hold back a second longer. Pondering their options. This angle could be great. C's do have to consider. CTs have complete bomb control right now. Let's see. They want to stay or go here. Ooh, they're going to be tiptoeing, and Agent will fall. Combo still on it, though. That nade is massive. Does get a bit of damage through. Still locked out in the end. So, great stuff coming out from Adelaide. They are going to be all sorted.
Well, I guess, when it comes down to their UNSW, they caught themselves in a trap that they set. And so definitely tangling in their own webs is not what you want to be caught off guard. Don't convert anything else into this one. I don't think it's going to be too much of a detrimental effect. But UNSW having a mixed buy reaction here is not going to be dropping any value as well. And so with the AKs in hand, the Deagles all around, they do have a little bit more utility to be thrown around. But I think this is just going to be the entry that's going to be thrown by Juan and Cross, two of their players that loves this kind of things. If they do decide, to go through trophy, that could be an option if they can push out the primary players, which is Spec, and I guess it's going to be, I guess it's just going to be Doom at this stage. Doom is trying to slowly walk this one through, trying to make that cover shift, and Huang is waiting. They are all waiting. That nade, how much value? It's going to be pretty good value, he says. Doom and Kastai, they are in a prime position. Doom, the trigger display is there. It's only good for the one, and there is going to be the push out eventually. But yeah, there's going to be the complete taking of the sides, and if they do open, Cross has an AK.
Has the AK and ready to spray it down. We'll see. They are going to be able to find the angle. And they do. Crash good for it. Not going to be good for two, though. Traded out 1 for 1 and looking for more. Crash trying to get into the control room there. Bring it down now. Good spot. One. Slotted out. See you later. Not much time to play with, though. Oh, that is great incendiary there. That's going to top them out of it. Might just be good for the kill, but they aren't going to be good for the round. So, really well played by Crash there. Unfortunately, didn't have enough time, and you know what? They're going to be taken out of the round anyway, so unlucky. But UNSW, really well played by them to remain resilient, hold on to the site long enough in order to get that round.
Yeah, that's what we call the value win right there, especially since winning with 3 AKs, dropping your players early but still locking it down. It was just the functions provided by Cross after picking up a gun and getting the early joy, especially since Doom was in a position to take out 3 members. Now Doom's going to be looking at a lot more damage into himself. Shug as well gets taken out by Huang. Doom completely stopped by the utility. And it's once again, they have to be staring this one down. Spec trying to get through with just a gap, but it's going to be baited instead by Gibbs. And from Heaven, there is going to be a little bit of touch right here. Gibbs is going to take a little bit of damage, but still not enough to put him down away. Crash meanwhile gets covered by a ton more. Gibbs gets taken down. Doom is going to be traded. There is going to be a little bit more, but nothing's going to be stopping this complete plan. And you can just tell, Crash is trying his best to dink right here, but Agent is giving him no chance. Has died though. He's going to be fine with it. Going to be walking out to his Doom as well. And UNSW locking down another.
Lock it down, lock it in, and they are going to be good for it, Emp. Going to see if they can manage to further their rounds as well. As they are going to be bouncing their way into round number 6 now. Ready to rumble. We'll see. They are going to be good to take it. Good to stumble. We hold back now. Round 6. Still coming out in droves right now. DT's ready. Bring out players in droves as well. Good to trade 1. Combos down. Might be able to steal that weapon there, but Agent is good to hold back. Mark it out in the lobby. Try and make sure those CTs aren't going to be coming. Oh, I've got it. They've stolen the AK, so too little too late there.
Oh, that's so funny. As soon as you throw your weapon to go and deny a weapon, and then it's not there anymore, you're like, ah! that's just, yeah, that's just a little rough one. And so Crash onto the side has been gifted with a weapon. It's going to take a ton of damage. They're trying to buy time. There is going to be Doom. Looking around, flanking, the discipline. Oh, no, not like that. He was trying to just completely execute everyone from behind, but it did not work to his favor. And now up to Shug. The man doesn't really have too much to be playing around with. I mean, he does have a Zeus. We could be an effort trying to farm a little bit more extra aura at the second, but it's just a rough one. He's so out of place. If he can get anything right now, it's just going to be the extra bonus. But yeah, highly doubtful of the situation. Agent is going to identify where he is. Does take a little bit of damage as well. But they are going to make sure Shug doesn't even get an entry into it. And Yeah, they are gonna try to rush him through. He might be good for the one. Yeah, he is gonna be good for the one. And that's pretty much the value that he was going for. And at the same time, SW, they are just looking mighty strong.
Looking mighty strong and ready to sing the songs of war. The songs of victory are going to be sounding through here, and we'll see if they are going to be able to pull through for more into round 7 now. Adelaide, good for a buy here. You can see they got M4s, good amount of util to follow as well. So, looking solid so far, but will they be able to keep that up? That's going to be truly tested coming into round 7 now. Let's see if they can do it. They hold back now. Gibbs, good towards Outers. Just tiptoeing right now, but Outers isn't the main focal point. And focal point is the ramp, where no one has set up base camp. They might be spotted very soon by a player laying close by, perhaps. As Die is ready. Maybe not. Doug, there we go. Gets the spot there. Slotted out by the Dink. They will sink. Bomb down as well. Time for the retake, and let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, that's a rather tough one. You have no ramp and no info, so everything gets completely shut down. Die is trying to descend down to the assist. I don't really agree. The peak is going to be good, but Combo was already waiting. They're just going to completely ruin the party for them. They say, well, where you're looking to maybe get to the site, guess what? We're going to run over you completely. And so it's a 5-round difference. This is what I was talking about, right? When you're the first one up and you have an impressive nuke as the T side, you don't mind losing that knife. You don't have to really go for it, right? You actually want to put the power of choice back into their side and pray that, your opponent doesn't have a well-executed T. And for the first time tonight, our T side is going to be running away with completing their side first, as Spec runs through a whole ton of flames and dies the combo.
Yeah, it does go down the combo there. So once again, a decent start for UNSW, and they've almost shoved through another one as well. See if they are going to be able to find success here. They hold back for a second. Crash. Good above HUD there. Can snuff them out if they do try and push into that angle, but no one going to be pressing in there as yet. Raz does find the opening though. There we go. Huz dies down. They haven't found their teammate yet. Good opening for Crash. He is going to be shut out though. Doom, last player standing now. They try and tiptoe towards Annex here. Slowly get the shot through, and they do manage it in the end. So, well done. Doom will take that kill. Maybe not the gun yet. We'll see. They can get it, but I don't think they're going to go for it. They're going to be walking it out and live to fight another day, maybe. Or maybe not.
The temptation is there, right? 9 times out of 10, someone will be pulling out their knife and just try to jump jiggle their way in and out. 100%. But, at this stage, they're giving that impressive aspect into UNSW, where UNSW has really shown that they can play this map. And more than anything, Adelaide University, I think this is the first time we've seen them struggle on a map this badly. And so, Doom, with the AWP, is going to try to make up for that difference. Spec, meanwhile, is going to see a ton of players coming his way. Gibbs is going to be gone, but it's going to be traded as well with Doom. And so, taking off that AWP, the most important one right there, is going to be a rough one. Spec is going to try to at least recover it and use it. The thing is, he's currently locked in as well. Don't like his chances, but Agent, his chances are a little bit more worse as he gets taken out. There is going to be a little bit more push. Spec eventually punished, and has Die looking to have a duel, trying to get this one, and he thought that Cross has descended, but he's still going to beat the trade all around. We're still in a 2 for 2.
2 for 2, what they going to do? Bomb goes down there. The CTs now look to try and form a retake. Shug up front from heaven there. Good util coming out. Not gonna land that AWP shot either. Does get traded back. Oh, not gonna land it the second time though. Shug delivers, gets the AWP and gets the round. Well played by Adelaide here at long last. they will be able to blast their way back in. So, let's see if they can do it all over again.
Right there, Adelaide was looking a little bit more dicier, but they were able to recover from their misfortunes. I have to say, UNSW felt like they did trip a little bit more extra, but unfortunately, in the end, the play just didn't go their way. They do have all the money in the world, so they can afford this rebuy and be very, very competitive. Now, here comes the next question, right? How many will they be able to take? It's the next one. If they're able to take a few more solidly, especially since Adelaide hasn't really shown to have the best defense on tonight's map, they are able to at least collapse, and they have done well. There you go, 2 players being punished from outside.
Will be punished out, and we'll see if they are going to be able to get a bit more from it. Spec, good to find agents there. Crash waiting patiently. The patience pays off. They trade their teammates, spot the shadow, and they will go down. So, Adelaide now starting to string it together once again, really looking solid in this one. But we'll see if they can do it all over again into round number 11 now.
Alright, definitely want to be looking to secure the next 2 for either team. For UNSW, obviously it means momentum shifts completely in their favor, and it puts Adelaide under a ton of stress. Adelaide though, if they do pick up another 2, if they can have a little bit of fantastic opening, that will be enough. But right now, as they're going to be set up, once again, it's the same thing. Look at this path. It's just a trail of smoke. It blocks that descent, and there's nothing they can do about it. Gibbs takes a ton of damage, but so does Spec. This gives Juan a lot more to work with. He can work to go up to the vents. He can work to go to B side. He can just look to complete Spec. Meanwhile, jumping on red is going to be just fine. He is going to have to walk this one through. He's checking Cross onto the side. And Cross, waiting, does get jiggled out. He does get spotted as well as Cross gets pushed. There is going to be 2 players working to shut off his escape. And all of a sudden, it looks like there is going to be a mole around for Adelaide. And they're going to be knowing this.
Yes, they're going to be fully present, fully aware what is going to be going down here, but we'll see. What's next on the fight card now? They've opened up presence onto the B side, but in saying that, the CTs are already tunneling in, down ramp, setting up shots. Pressure is on. One left to deliver. All on their lonesome. Creeping up control. They're already being scoped out. Doom goes down, traded immediately. And you say goodnight to that round. Adelaide, get it done. A 4th round now. The redemption looking so wonderful. Will they be able to find a 5 here on round 12? They're going to be put to the test.
Yeah, this is a very important one coming in. Adelaide, if they are able to secure this one as well, that will be absolutely amazing. Especially since given the situation of the economy with UNSW. But UNSW obviously would just say, alright, we're just going to continuously push this one out. They were punished outside twice now, so obviously they're not going to be playing the same thing. They're going to be looking to just try to take control completely instead of trying to descend. At the same time, gotta be careful. Spec gets taken down. He doesn't get to elaborate on the plans outside, but Hasdai is still lurking around just in case. If Hasdai goes down to Gibbs, this is pretty much full control being wrested away from them. UNSW still looking quite strong, looking to maybe pick up a gun. Doom though walks through, picks up Agent, reduces this fighting power to a little bit more. Cross in a rather tough position, drops the bomb as well, but it's gonna buy a lot more time for the rest of Adelaide, and that is looking a little bit more dire. Combo meanwhile 1-on-2 has to try to fight this one through, but Doom nails him, and now all of a sudden it's only a 2 rounds advantage to UNSW.
Yeah, stark difference between the beginning and the ends there, Emp. Really impressed with how Adelaide managed to compose themselves towards the end there, because it felt like an endless stream of rounds for UNSW, but they do manage to claw their way back. So, flip the coin now, switch the sides. We'll see who's going to be able to pull ahead now heading into the second half here. Whether it could be UNSW fighting back, whether it could be Adelaide University. All onto this now. And Gibbs is ready, but their teammates are even more so. UNSW, it's clobbering time as they manage to wipe out the entirety of Adelaide there.
Wow. Oh, wow. The Berettas really putting in the work. And UNSW winning the pistol means disaster for Adelaide. They didn't get a plant. They only got a kill or only got 2 kills. But yeah, it's a really rough one, especially since you need that early momentum. You need the timing. And so rushing in with pistols, Adelaide's got a lot of ground to be covering right now, especially since if they make it easier for pickings on the side of UNSW, they're going to get a rather easier conversion, as all of them, they are trying to just set a little bit things up outside. But the thing is, UNSW is giving you the room. They don't have to do anything else. And so they say, if you want to be playing outside, we will let you frolic under the sun. And the rest of the guys from Adelaide, I guess they just be chilling.
Yeah, they're just having a good old time, aren't they, Em? But we'll see if they are going to be having a good time for the whole round or just for now. They've set up base camp, ready and waiting. I think they're having a good meeting up there. I think their main topics of the meeting on the agenda are going to be how they can raise collaboration and really hit those KPIs of kills onto the enemy team there. I think this is something they're going to present to the board later.
Oh my god. They're having a business meeting now and talking about KPIs. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, imagine that. You imagine it's like, so your current KPI is a rather poor one. In order to hit your maximum target and achieve that efficiency, we're gonna need you to come up at least another 80% extra as they're taking the fall damage. Crash is not having a good time. Gibbs was just waiting with Juan and Agent, and they're all gone. Every one of them. What we were just thinking about this discussion for the current performance against the monthly KPI, it definitely worked against them. Things was brought down, and yeah, they're gonna have to rip out the real guns in this new round number 15. So hopefully they may be able to string something else extra, because UNSW got that last one rather contently.
Yeah, they certainly did, Em. Feeling content with their abilities, feeling good, feeling positive, and we'll see. They are going to be able to further that feeling as well now as they hold back for a second. Settling into the defaults here, Agent ready in warehouse in case someone tries to spill past red box onto secret there. Shug, good to keep scope on silo as well. No one really giving away their position yet, but I'm sure someone's going to slip up sooner or later. Someone's going to prod the wrong position and then go good night. But still just holding back. Good spot from Gibbs there. Trying to jiggle into it, takes a bit of damage, and there you go. There's that good night. It's opening now for Adelaide.
Adelaide with a little bit of pick, and they have most of their utilities as well. It wouldn't be strange for them to try to set this one up and just immediately push into B. But the thing is, right now, they might be just waiting. I'm not sure if they want to contemplate a possible push into A, because right now, if you go for the setup, you gotta have to work a lot more, where if you had the momentum earlier after taking out Gibbs, you should have been just mad dash through trophy room. And so now they're gonna have to push out Juan, which I guess is gonna be just fine. He's gonna be waiting. You might take a little bit of damage, you might not. Agent is gonna get taken out, which opens up the B. Gotta be careful. Combo's been waiting. Takes that first one, but it's gonna be traded as well. And out of nowhere, Adelaide, they pick up all the kills that they needed. Now up to Cross, trying to find something with it from us. I'm not sure his chances are going to be quite good at this stage, but Spec, slowly, I think they're going to be just fine. They are walking through this one. They've already got everything locked down. They've cleared dangerous areas. I believe where the last few rounds was rather disastrous, and even now that's disastrous, this could be, a round where it really turns things back into their favor.
Yeah, I can agree with that one too, Amp. I think that it definitely does have opportunity to turn things back in their favor. And eager to see if they are going to be able to continue to build them blocks up in order to keep it good. But we'll see. What's it going to be going down into round 16 now? T's already primed up, ready to go, getting that utility ready and see if they can ramp up. Opening squeaky door there. Fire coming out. No one close by though. They are just going to hold back. Good counter util from the CTs as well, getting some damage out there. It's a real battle of attrition at the moment for both sides. But no one looking to go for a big swing as yet. Well, except for Spec. On the receiving end of a lot of damage, forced to regroup.
I think he got shot by a scout from Huang, and that could have been interesting. Convoy, meanwhile, takes a ton of damage. Meanwhile, he's trying to hold this ramp, but like at this stage with Convoy walking up or down, I think you rather take a B position. Meanwhile, Crash is gonna get activated upon. He's trying to just buy some retreating time. There is gonna be the trade, and there's the flames. It's gonna be just fine. They're gonna walk through, but Huang is only gonna be good for the one. This is gonna be the plan. And there is gonna be the safe combo on Agent. Meanwhile, they can look to up. Oh, hang on a second. I don't think that molly was correct. Just barely missing the mark. So it doesn't matter as combo is gonna go down. Agent from our side. He's gonna have to do a lot of work right now. I guess he's gonna slowly just look to go back to the spawn and say goodbye. This is not ours, and rightfully so. Right? Adelaide does lock down round number 16. They do have a little bit more of a momentum built back in, and I'm liking their chances.
Chances keep building up, but we'll see if the gap is going to close even more. Heading into round 17 now. Adelaide finding their spark here, really bringing up their confidence, and very excited to see if they are going to be able to continue this journey through to take more and more. They are going to hold back for now. UNSW in a bit of a strugglesome position as well. Do have the M4 to play off of, some pistols, and a little bit of util, but otherwise that is it. A very bare bones approach. One good push, and everyone finds a slice of it. A great way to kick off here for the CTs. That's how you get some weapons on your backs. They haven't lost anyone yet, so they can just hold back and try and play around the T's here.
Yeah, it's all Juan and Agent right there. Agent, good for another one. Triple kill on this man. He's just delivering extra guns to them, and now it's just gonna be Doom. Doom is good for the one. How was that a thing? Out of nowhere, they walked in with nothing, but it's 2 AKs that they picked up. They could have had a little bit more, but the guns was just a little bit too far. It's a round where UNSW had nothing to do. Agent says, you know what? Hold on to my pistols. I've got something to say about this round. And they just completely outdone Adelaide on the outside. And yeah, Adelaide's got to be kicking themselves, because I felt stunned as a commentator just there, as they are going to be locked away from the ramp position as well. You can see that just how much they want to explode into the scene. A lot more momentum completely robbed away. Gibbs just have to be holding with Cross. Does get a little bit of a dink, but that's still going to go their way, as Hastai is going to get taken out completely.
We'll see. They are going to be able to use more out of this one now. Crash finds Gibbs there, holding back. And you can see Shug just closely holding on top of Annex as well. Agent, prime position to be taken down there. We'll see. They are going to be heading on to something more now. One does find Doom as well. So, good man advantage coming forward for UNSW right now. But there's still more time in the round. And Adelaide, they're going to feel the pressure soon. Agent creeping up, spots and drops down. There's the opening.
All right, now up to Cross. Here's a ton of footsteps. Oh, it's going to drop the bomb carrier, but it doesn't matter. There, oh, Huang was looking. He was trying to check, trying to deny it, but it was just a little bit too late. The angle was not favoring him. And now after combo, he is looking. He's trying his best. If he gets just one tap, he knows exactly what to do. He's going to get gifted, but he doesn't know what the next player is. Spec checking him. There's going to be the utilities trying to flush him out. And it's going to find him. Combo. How did he just do that? And I guess that's just going to be it. They are going to be recovering as much as they can. There is going to be the kit as well. Everything's going to be picked up. You're not going to stop you. It's just a complete robbery. In that last round, they didn't really have anything to do. And then in this one, you know, there was just so many things that Adelaide was springing against them. The surprises was good. Everything was looking very nice and dandy until you wasn't. And you know, the SW, they said, thank you very much. This is exactly what I needed. And now we have a 4-round advantage.
Certainly do. So, looking good for UNSW right now to get one back like that one. We'll see if they are going to be able to do more as well. Heading into this. They hold on a while longer. Good damage. Combo gets the nade as well. Parading around the ramp. The CT is trying to stop them from hell there. Agent. Nade prepared as well. Not going to activate it yet, but certainly could momentarily. There we go. Going to hit the angle this time, but certainly making their presence known.
Here you have Crash trying to work this one through. Gibbs already looking. The site is sort of like a trap, but Spec has found Agent. He was just looking. Spec was the one hiding onto the back. Now slowly, there is going to be the confirmation. You can see just how fast they wanted to play this, but Gibbs founding everything. Like the angles are just not against him. He says, this is just the way I want it. We'll say it. Once again, Juan. AWP in your hand. Good for the one. Oh, there he is. Juan once again showing us just who he is. He's been very quiet, you know. It's always been like Huang, he goes in, you catch him, he's getting the kills and stuff, but then he dies instantly. But now Huang lives, and when this man lives, he provides value. 5 to lock this one away against Adelaide. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, definitely delivering here on all cylinders, and eager to see if they are going to be able to keep that right up all the way through here. Amp. See if they can keep it going. Hold back. Big damage coming out from Kraz and Co now. Adelaide struggling, trying to get an opening. They're working around one another. They do find 1 kill, but they lose 2 in consequence. It's just not what you want to be seeing here, Amp. We'll see if they can do more as they hold on for dear life, trying to keep the door open, but it might just shut on them before they even get a chance.
It's up to Shug. 1 on 4. Let's see if he can hold a miracle here. He has to clear gifts. Number 1, he is low. Gotta be holding. He does. There's the bomb now. There's a second. Hang on a second. Shug. Looking at Agent, but Agent's gonna shut him down. Denies the hold. GG's to UNSW, locking away tonight, 13-7 against Adelaide University. It was a beautiful nuke.
Absolutely great stuff coming through from them there. Really happy to see that hard work did pay off in the end. I was going to be worried, you know, I thought maybe might see the return of Adelaide in the end there. They're definitely pretty solid, but just wasn't meant to be. Amp, they weren't able to bring it through in the end, and UNSW do pull through. So great victory coming through from them. Definitely excited for what's to come from them, and can hear about all about it very soon. But no, it was a fun game, and I'm glad it wasn't Ancient.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one when you're locked games after game. It's just Ancient, but it's not like we can fault any of the teams, right? Because it doesn't matter what kind of competition we're in. As long as we're playing CS2 right now, that rotation for Ancient is just gonna be in for a while before they fix any other map. And I feel like that's just the way the devs see it as well. They say before we can fix any of the other maps or bring back some of the most loved and beloved, you're not going to get a chance. You're just going to be stuck there with poor performance round after round. More than anything, I think tonight's games were very solid onto the CTs in the beginning. T's always had a very slower start, but more than anything else, we saw a lot of return to form for teams like RMIT. We saw UNSW also doing quite well. Nice little bit of a play. And it's just so many more things looking forward to, Matsy, like week after week.
Absolutely, and I think there's more we're going to have to look forward to as the season progresses even more as well. You know, like the playoffs, definitely going to be excited for that. But you know what else I'm excited for? I'm excited to talk to the man we have with us right now. It's Agent.
Hello, how we doing, boys?
Fantastic, fantastic, and it's a pleasure to have you on once again here. So, what a game, mate! First and foremost, a big congratulations to you and the squad, and I guess diving into it, what do you feel were some of the shortcomings of the team? Because I got a bit scared towards the end there because Adelaide was starting to get a little close. So I was getting a bit worried.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt like we were doing okay. It was just like small mistakes in rounds that were costing us rounds. I wasn't worried. Kraz is the GOAT as always. He was calling a good game. Yeah, I mean, it didn't feel like to me like we were losing at any point, which I don't know if we were, but the momentum they were building didn't feel like was much, so we weren't worried. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, especially in the beginning, losing the knife and then being, they say, all right, well, you guys start on T anyway. And the momentum just started to explode. It was crazy. But talk to us through how your communication went through, because obviously, you know, things were very smooth on, when you guys had the momentum, but then they became a little bit surprising here and there. Like, was that some of the like mistakes that you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I need to watch the game back to get specific. But I mean, yeah, in the first 8 rounds, comms were fine. I mean, comms were fine the whole time, to be honest. Maybe like in the later stages of the first half, a little bit of, I don't know, maybe over peaking, overconfidence, but yeah, it was fine. It was a good half, T-side nuke.
Yeah, no, that's good, and glad that you're able to reflect and see that as well. And I suppose reflecting on the season as a whole, how confident are you guys feeling heading towards the playoffs? Do you feel like you guys will be in a solid position towards top four, or like, yeah, how are you guys feeling?
Yeah, I don't see a way that we don't get top 4 now. That I got Kraz back. I say that we have Kraz back. Yeah, I mean, we should be top 4. I mean, we should hopefully win the whole thing, but we'll see how that goes.
Oh, good claims. You know, things like this, we're gonna have to call out every week and be like, you know, how you guys doing? But that's really awesome, and it's also good to see that UNSW in top condition. I'm looking forward to more. Like, do you have anything you would like to say? Like, that's gonna be my question. Like, for your future competitors.
Ban Ancient, or I will, because I'm not seeing Ancient on stream again. That's horrendous. Get it out.
Yes.
I'm doing it for you guys, all right?
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We saw 2 ancients too many tonight, and I think it needs to be blacklisted from the competition. Never again, please and
I
thank
like
you.
our Ancient. I think we play well on Ancient, but I'm not doing it just because it's annoying, and you guys see it all the time. So.
Fair, that's fair.
So we've seen a lot of hate. Hopefully no more. But yeah, no, great to hear about that. And yeah, big congratulations to you and the squad again. I think you guys have played a solid game there, and yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys are going to be able to do heading into the future weeks. And yeah, all I can say is best of luck.
Thank you guys.
There you go. Happy days as always, Amp. Great to get some insights from our players, and yeah, great to hear about how they're feeling, how they're doing. It's all good vibes only, my friend. But speaking of good vibes, Amp, let's recount exactly what's been happening this stream.
Yeah, right there. Look, it is a 13-10 victory from UTS against Monash, followed by 13-9 victory RMIT against Swinburne, 13-9 UOM against UCID, and the final one, UNSW against Adelaide, 13-7. Very, very nice games.
I got to agree with you there, Amp. I think they definitely had some nice games, and let's take a look at exactly what these games resulted in. Well, as you can see, UTS on top there, 5 wins, no losses so far. So definitely solidifying their position heading towards the closing stages of the season there. But it's hard competition towards the middle and if not even the bottom of the pack there, right? Because Monash, UNSW, UCID, all on 3 wins, 2 losses there. The only differences between the tied second place as well as the 4th place and there beyond. It's obviously round differences there. So definitely very close heading into these final weeks. UOM and RMIT similar in the fact they're 2 to 3 at the moment, but they can easily swing and change at the drop of a hat, right? But same could be said of Swinburne and Adelaide there. At least both have managed to get one win through, but curious to see if they'll be able to get any more through and kind of shake things up heading into the rest of the competition as well. But still definitely going to be a very shaky next couple of weeks to see who's going to be able to, really solidify their placements in that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place for the playoffs there. We'll see what is going to be on its way through. But you know what else is going to be on its way through, Amp? It's going to be our sponsors. So first and foremost, a big shout out to AGON by AOC, #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. But who else do we need to consider?
We have Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie Migo rank will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
Yeah, big shout out to our sponsors as always there. We know them, we love them. Big shout out to them. But make sure, if you like the competition tonight, you check out AU Esports League on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you name it, we're on it. Make sure you check it out. You can see some great clips from the stream. You can see other competitions that we are running as well. Definitely make sure you keep on the lookout for that, and make sure you keep on the lookout for more CS, because we are going to be back the same time next week. Same time, same place, with a more CS2 action. Getting closer and closer to those playoffs, and I can't wait to see what they're going to bring. But thank you so much for tuning in tonight, everybody. It's been awesome. We'll see you in the next one.